right, welcome everyone to the 111th show. Wow, man, this time is flying by. I can't believe it's the end of January already. It's crazy, crazy. So what's going on, guys? As you can see, we got a new guest today, Mr. Brian Quito. How's it going, Brian?
Doing well. How you guys doing?
Very good, very good. So, Brian, tell us a little bit about yourself, and obviously you've well, not obviously to the people that are that are listening, but you're a new guest to the show. Give us a little bit of history about yourself, so that we could give you a nice formal introduction here.
Sure. Well, I was that kid that used to build subwoofer enclosures, in his garage when he was in high school, and moved on there and co-opted a mid-fi place in college where we'd sit there and hook up different monster cables to different preamps and amps and see if we could hear a difference. And from there, my first job out of college actually was for an integrator in Cincinnati, and I worked there for 8 years. Was their head salesperson, started my own company, which I had in Cincinnati for 19 years. Sold that, moved down to Asheville, and the original plan was to, not do much of anything, and then, kind of slowly started getting pulled into projects and helping people out, and now we have Asheville AV that's going strong.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So, want to thank Abe, because Abe actually introduced you to us. So, Abe, thanks for bringing Brian on the show. How's it going for you, Abe?
It's going great, and I'm glad Brian could come on, because I think he it's a really good example of integrators out there who are just doing a great job of creating some unique home theater experiences, knowing how to create just very amazing theaters with no matter what the budget is, and in fact, the one that we'll look at today is a very beautiful looking theater, and when you find out what the budget is, you're like, wow, that's not bad for what it is, pretty amazing stuff. So, yeah, it's going great. Just got a new mic, so really excited about that.
He's looking professional over there.
They're working on my little podcast here upstairs, but I figured I could not resist playing with the toys, so I was like, I got to figure this out. So I broke out the mic and the Rodecaster Pro 2 and lights, and I was like, okay, and then I'm like 30 minutes before I need to come on, I'm trying to figure out how to set the lights up, and but I think I got it somewhat, at least enough to get it going for tonight. So, but it's a learning process.
It sounds good. You did a good job getting it set up. You look like you got a little suntan over there, but you're good other than that.
Yeah, I probably need to increase my color temperature here at 3,700 Kelvin. Probably need to bring it up a little bit.
It looks like you've been down here in South Florida rather than.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the tan look.
Yeah, I need to give myself a tan. Hold on, let me adjust real quick.
You guys don't want my vampire look I've got rolling on?
Yeah. I'm like, let me see if I.
Oh, well, you see, before, and I would just sit here. I had like this little, I have a desk lamp and a cheesy little camera, and well, I still have the cheesy camera. I still haven't got my new camera set up. But it was, I look pretty horrible. I was like, I got to do better than this. If I got to represent a little bit better. So I'm working on it.
I could get you hooked up with that camera you got. He picked up what was the Z something? I forgot.
Yeah, the Alpha ZV E10 2 Alpha Pro, whatever the hell it is.
So you got the better one then.
Yeah. Apparently it can do all the way 4K 60. But I still got to figure out how to use it.
We'll get it set up, right?
Yeah.
And you're change out the lens, right? It's not the fixed lens. Is it a fixed lens?
Yeah, it came with a 16 to 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came with it, and I'm gonna probably
you're going all out, man.
Like a Sigma. Yeah,
you might not need to change that lens. It might be. Okay.
I think it might be fun. I'm gonna see what it looks like, but I mean, I'm sure this lens is not as good as like a dedicated 16 millimeter Sigma or anything, but I think it'll do the trick probably.
Paul's the photography guy. He can tell you that.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're going for. The frame, and then of course the aperture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what you got to look at. The aperture, if you want the bokeh, and the frame is just the frame.
Yeah.
That's just
I got to do some digging and figuring out exactly how it works.
There's no sense in getting like a 16 millimeter if you don't want to capture, the whole
Yeah, it's
your
a
whole
wide
back
angle.
wall,
Right.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I'm going to probably try to close it in a little bit more.
a lot of people will go for these shots like this
Right.
will be 50 or 35.
Hmm.
There
Actually,
you go. See, you might not even need a new lens. So
There you
don't
go.
spend money
Well,
until you.
I haven't even played with it yet, so hopefully I'll get to check it out and see what it looks like.
to that, I'm gonna cheers.
Let's see
There
what
you
we're
go.
drinking tonight. Hold on.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
doing
Dogfish
the-
head looks like.
This is
Sea
Sea
what is it?
squash.
Sea Quench Ale.
See,
Yep.
squinch. I said Sasquatch.
yeah, it's actually pretty
Is there a
Interesting
Sasquatch
mix.
Ale, Paul?
sequence. Sasquatch. Yeah,
That's the Kraken, is what that is.
Yeah, I don't have enough hair on my whole body to.
Oh, cool. How's it taste?
Let's
Good?
keep that stuff personal.
Yeah. It's like I couldn't be Sasquatch if I wanted to.
On that note, Ike left already. Look at that.
No.
I heard you.
How's it
Tom.
taste?
It's a sour. So if you don't like tart or sour, you wouldn't like it. It's if you have never had a sour beer, this is probably one of the best ones to start with because it's definitely sour, but it's not the most sour, and it's more like an ale. But it has a strong sour lime, and it's not like lime, but it's got a tartness to it. It's an ale that's tart. It's really good if you like sour.
I love sour stuff. So
I love South, but if you have
And
to
Sam
explain it
Adams
this
actually
much,
bought them
it's
out,
really
so
complicated.
and they didn't change it. They changed the can, but they didn't change the beer itself. So I'm glad they did that because they got pretty big, and then Samuel Adams bought them.
Welcome back, Michael. How are you, sir?
Doing good. Glad to be here again.
How's that? How's it? You upgraded to the 48? Am I correct? Or 24?
24, yeah.
The 91. Oh,
How's the 24 going for you? Did you fill it up yet?
Doing good. Still got 170 movies available, to put in there. So I'm getting there. It's
You're
nice
getting there.
nice to have all that space available so I can just download, whatever I want when I need it. So got some other new stuff in the works here too as well. So
Oh, really?
if you guys wanted I could do an update or whatever at some point on
Okay.
tonight's
Sure.
show if you wanted to, and get on the tablet and
Somebody,
show y'all,
somebody
I
got a
guess, the-
train of or something in the house.
yeah, no, not quite, but I've kind of dipped my toe into doing separates. So yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
There we go. All right. Well,
I
we'll
can kind of show
definitely
y'all
get
what I
an
got in the works.
we'll definitely get an update on that a little bit later. For
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
For sure. So speaking of storage, I got off my ass, and instead of, well, I want to preface this too. We got probably three Kaleidoscape dealers on here. Brian, are you Kaleidoscape dealer?
Yes.
So I'm not sure if you guys know or not, but I got a email, which I just said I'm horrible at emails, but an email from Kaleidoscape. The 8 terabyte is going up in price.
Really?
Not just a little bit either. So if you want to get the 8 terabyte, I think it was at the $6,000 price. If you want to get it that, you better get your order in by February 1st. It is going up to $8,000 for the 8 terabyte SSD.
Man,
Wow.
Not
Ain't
if
right.
we get
Tomorrow.
Paul started, man. It's too early in the show.
Ain't right.
Paul, you are
No.
not allowed to speak
But
to the
I-
end
I
of the
look-
show.
Ain't right.
Just
I missed
looking,
this email. I'm gonna search Kaleidoscape.
just looking at that, right?
And that's
We-
just
we-
going to be that one that's going up, not any of the other ones.
Yeah. So
Oh, you're right. Yeah, if I
came out
look at
January-
February, they said on the
January.
26th.
Yeah. So listen, I mean, make sure you contact me, Abe, Brian, if you guys are supporters of us, if you're interested in getting that. But the good news is that they're actually bringing back out
Yep.
the 18 terabyte.
Oh,
See
cool.
that, yeah.
So that'll be coming back out along with and they have a bundle. The Strato C actually went down in price.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
instead
good.
of instead of $39.99. It's now $29.99 MSRP, of course. So you can get that bundle of the Strato C, which gives you the full 4K menu, right? You don't get the Dolby Vision with that, but you can get that bundle with the 18 terabyte for it says mini prime going for $59.99 to $79.99. So they do have a, let's see, where's the promo? Yeah, for 10 grand you can do the Strato C and the 18 terabyte. So wanted to give you guys that update. But anyway, I was talking about getting off my ass. As you guys know, I have the Strato V and I have the Strato S. And I've been fighting back and forth with, I don't got enough movies on the Strato V. And the Strato S was just sitting there, not doing anything, not being hooked up. And I hooked up the Strato V for the Dolby Vision. And finally, I got off my ass, like I said, and I hooked up the Strato S. So now I have two inputs. Input 1 is Strato S. Input 2 on the Lumagen is Strato V. So now all my movies, not all, I wouldn't say all, but, now I have like 130 movies, 120 movies, depending on whatever size the movies are, if they're Blu-ray or, if they're 4K. But so now I'm just using that as storage instead of purchasing that 8 terabyte drive, right? So
You should put all your demos on one of them.
exactly. Yeah. So I can have the scripts and all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm just using it like that now. I mentioned to Ike a couple weeks back that I'm thinking about selling the Strato S. So if anybody's interested in that, shoot me an email to horizontheater2020@gmail.com. So if you're interested in the Strato S, maybe we can work out some prices if Ike's not going to snatch this thing up. So so we're so yeah, so I may be selling that to get the Terra server, but I got off my ass to do that. So what about you, Ike? Any updates to the theater, or how was your week, sir?
Week was good. Not much updates to the theater. I am working on something though, but I can't talk about it just yet.
Oh, a little
Should be
NDA.
little fun project, but I don't always get those types of projects, but when they come, they come. So working on something, but it's been a fun week. Just glad that I get to talk home theater now. The kids are finally going back to school tomorrow. Texas schools, my ISD has been closed since Monday.
Dang.
So all the food and the snacks in the house are done. So
Oh wow.
and yeah, I'm glad they're going back to school tomorrow. So
And
maybe I can finally shoot a video that I've been wanting to shoot. So
I guess I can't bust your balls no more because you finally got this appearing audio video set up.
Oh,
Right.
man.
So
Yeah.
I unfortunately I haven't had time to watch it yet. So I
You
definitely.
see?
Yeah.
You see,
Make
with
sure-
friends like this, I don't need enemies.
But look
They
at all
even busted-
look at all the
they
other
even bu-
videos. I got
they even
I got
busted
red
my
bars on
bubbles.
all the other videos.
For not putting the video out, and then I do it, and they haven't even watched it.
Mhm.
Don was like, I woke up and I was looking for the video. I was like, Don, the video went live on Sunday. He's like, oh, okay, maybe I checked on Saturday. I'm like, really, bro?
Yeah, I did check on
And
Saturday.
he still hasn't watched it. So
No.
It has been a blur for me with work this week. I promise you.
I know it's been crazy.
It's so much admin stuff. I'm not even busy doing like work, like
Well,
jobs.
thank you, Derek, for watching it.
So I'm so busy just doing admin stuff, year-end reviews, and special little projects for this customer and that customer, and assessments and quality control stuff. So it's just ridiculous how busy I've been for the past 2 months with just admin stuff. So how about you, Paul? How was your week, sir?
It's good. It was good. Low key this week. Just, been busy. It's been a busy January. It's like I've done more change controls this month than I think I did in the last 3 months for some reason. It's like, man. But that's what happens when you get bought out by another company.
Yeah, for sure.
Got a lot of changes to make them
Sure.
fast.
For sure. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Paul. Did you watch any movies or have any updates for the week?
I don't. I did get my upgraded nozzles to be able to print my speakers. Because I had the printer and I printed those up there, and those took like forever. The design that I have right now, which is very basic and simple, it basically went from I think 3.5 days to like 1 day and 12 hours, and that was
wow.
per speaker. Yeah, so they're expensive nozzles, So, but anyways, they're worth it because they save a lot of time.
As long as you keep prefacing that it's a 3D printer nozzle, we're good to go.
Yeah.
It's a limited novel.
I don't know what other kind of nozzles you're looking at, but my search history is very specific. May not be as broad as yours, but as far as other than that, nothing new in the home theater at all. I'm trying to think. It's like, I'm always.
How about some movies? Did you watch anything?
I watched one movie. I watched, a couple TV stuff and YouTube, but the only movie that I actually watched, because I want to watch the new one that just came out. I watched the old original. This is Spinal Tap.
Oh, wow, that's a great one.
I've never seen that, but
those go to 11.
Yeah, exactly. That a lot of people don't know where that comes from, and if you haven't seen Spinal Tap, and it's hilarious.
Oh,
and if
my
you don't
favorite is
know,
Stonehenge.
yeah, yeah, that is little bitty micro Stonehenge coming down. Yeah,
That was awesome.
So Brian, how about
you?
so
how about you, sir? How was your week, and how often do you partake in watching some movies?
Not as often as I'd like to. I feel like now it's a lot of the streaming series thing where you get hooked into it, and you're like, oh, I've get done at working, whatever, 7, 8, and pop in a couple episodes.
yeah, that's what I did most. Yeah, it happens. So.
Yeah,
For sure.
For some reason, I never saw Andor before, the Star Wars spinoff thing on Disney, which is actually pretty good. It's not like a typical Star Wars movie. It's more like a spy kind of movie, So it's good though.
Cool.
Yeah.
Heard a
So
lot of good things about that.
you said you're working till 8 o'clock at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Are you working on any kind of special projects right now that you can talk about?
Well, that's funny that you say the administrative kind of stuff you're doing. So doing a lot of that and a lot of working. My lead programmer, who's been doing this for as long as I have, was also the main installer basically, and he pretty much got burned out because he lives in Johnson City, which is like an hour away. So he'd be driving 2 hours every day. So he's like, I just have to go remote. So he's just doing, programming and stuff for us. But, so I'm kind of having to help fill in with the higher end install part of things.
I see. So what are you programming? What type of stuff are you offering over there?
So we're full Lutron. So, everything from Palladium shades to homework. So we do all that stuff. And then C4 for control systems. Used to do back in the day a decent amount of like Total Control and/or Savant and/or Elan. So I'm familiar with all those, but pretty much stick to C4 for the most part now.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Abe? Any movies this week?
Yeah, I saw a couple. The one that really stood out that I really enjoyed was Frankenstein on Netflix. It was surprisingly good. I had very kind of low expectations, and it blew me away. I was like, this is much better than I thought it would be. And it was a very interesting take of what's it, Guillermo del Toro, who created it, did a great job with it. And I kind of see why it's Oscar worthy.
Speaking of that,
with it. I was pretty impressed. So
It got nominated for a bunch of Oscars, actually.
yeah, a good
Yeah.
story, great. I thought the cinematography was good. I thought the sound was fantastic. It was just a well-rounded film. It really kind of checked all the boxes and was enjoyable from, just really good from beginning to end. So highly recommend that one. Yeah, so that was real good. And then just other miscellaneous Netflix movies I just happened to catch and stuff. But that one's the one that stood out. Really enjoyed it.
Okay. How about you, Mike? You said you're working on some stuff over there. Did you get a chance to demo some movies and stuff?
Oh yeah, I haven't got it hooked up yet, but I did watch some movies. My neighbors above me are vacated, so apartment above me is empty, and I don't have anybody around me. So I've been trying to
Oh,
many
yeah.
movies in
Oh
as
my God, he
possible.
turned it up.
Turn it up to 11.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's what
yep.
you're doing.
So I watched like the first Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring extended edition.
Gosh.
Oh
man.
wow.
Didn't get any further into it
That's
than that.
like watching 5 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's
I
like
tried.
extended edition, and then like at the very end, the credits at the end are like 25
It's
freaking
like
minutes.
5.
man.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours
like
long.
20 minutes
Yeah.
of like the Lord of the Rings fan club. I
Well,
think.
yeah, I
It's
think-
like movies or names
Yeah.
rather for 17 minutes. I'm like,
I don't
oh,
remember, but yeah, those are movies that when they say extended, it's legitimately like
Yeah.
I think it's like
too much.
one of them's 25 minutes, one of them's 35, and one of them's like 45 minutes extra on the extended one. So it's like, damn.
So
They're already 3
I
hours
tried
long.
watching that. I still have to go back to it, but I did fall asleep on it. It was
I'm with you, Don. I did too.
the first one. From what I understand, they get better, but the first one, everybody says the first one drags for just to set up.
Dude, I
the
forgot.
premise.
I watched the Never Ending Story and I fell asleep again at the same time. I fell asleep. Every time I watched that as a kid, I fell asleep. At
You've
the
been
same
falling
spot. I
asleep
fell
at the
asleep
same point
again.
since you were a kid on that movie.
Well,
like,
man.
damn it.
You know, if you need to go to sleep, that's where you just fast forward.
I
to
guess
that spot.
so. I totally forgot about that one too. I was like, oh yeah, I watched this one too because I wanted to watch the new 4K release. Bam! I don't know. It must have
Like it looked so good.
hypnotic thing in there. Yeah, I'm just like out. It's funny.
I
was
also
like,
watched Nuremberg. I don't know if anybody's seen that. That
Oh
was
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
How was
I
that?
talked about that one last week. It was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. And watched a HBO series from 2020 called The Outsider, Stephen King, based on a Stephen King novel. That was like just a 1-part, 9-episode series, like 9
Oh.
hours. I binge watched that all day Monday.
Oh,
my day
wow.
off. So
Was
9
that
hours
any
of
good?
that.
It must
yeah,
have
it
been
was
good if you watched all of them.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The ending I thought was kind of weak, but
Yeah.
thought it would have had a little more of a go out with a bang kind of thing at the end. But other than that, I
Do you
thought it was
remember
really
the
good.
scene where they're in the Waffle House and the 2 detectives were talking in the Waffle House?
Yeah.
If you look behind them, there I am.
Are you serious?
Yeah, go back and watch that. I'm at the
I gotta Go
table.
back and watch that again then.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I'll tell
cool.
you a secret only you're going to find here. If you look at, in fact, I'm in that whole scene pretty much in the background. I'm
Okay.
asking because you can't talk, you have to mimic, I'm asking her, how good is the sausage bowl or the breakfast bowl? So that's what I'm talking about with the person who I'm with across the table there.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah,
You didn't know he was a
It's
Hollywood celebrity.
That is so
Did you-
cool.
Did you at least
Yeah,
get like a free
yeah,
pecan
that-
waffle or something for being that? Yeah.
it is. I have proof that I was in a Waffle House in a movie. So,
Yeah.
so
And then
Yeah,
the
I
my
was
way.
looking
watched
at some emails that you sent a little bit back too, and I saw the Jumanji one where you were standing in that. I'll have to-
yeah, you see me in the background there.
Yeah, in the background, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
I'll
you don't
have-
blink,
Yeah.
you can see me.
The
I'll
last
have
thing I
to
watched
send
was
that.
Sovereign. That was I watched that yesterday, I think. Yeah. That was pretty good with Nick Offerman and
Haven't
Dennis
seen that one.
Quaid. Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, from
Yeah, I'll check that one
2025. It was on sale on Kaleidoscape. I don't know if it still is now or not, but
Okay.
yeah, pretty good. I think it was $10 on Kaleidoscape, so
Okay.
sounded interesting.
Anything for $10 is worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. For sure.
Well, I did have one. I told me and my wife got together. We watched My Fair Lady.
Mm.
I know you like, and you know what? I like that
yeah.
one. You know, I
You
know some
liked
music,
it?
but
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
I like that movie. I really
Yeah,
do.
those are great movies.
It's a great movie.
No,
Well,
nobody
and I'm a big Audrey
watches
Hepburn
them
fan, so
3 times a week except Ike. You know.
It's a look. I like my old. That movie was what? It was made in 1964.
Yeah.
I
Oh
like
my
my
God.
old classic movies, man.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
hear you.
perfect. It's
it's
classic.
like
It's wonderful.
Lifetime, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
thought it
good
was great. So
classic.
it was
For
nice. And my wife had never
1964,
seen it
it's
before, so she was
good.
like, "It's the first time." It's kind of interesting for somebody who hadn't seen that movie for the first time and how much they enjoyed it.
Let me see if I can find that. I just uploaded that picture of you and Jumanji. Let's see.
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
That's the
Jumanji,
movie.
man,
That's
that
the movie
Jumanji at?
Don was in. Jumanji.
I was in that man Jumanji movie.
Jumanji.
You know that Jumanji movie? I was in that something.
Don was in the back of Jumanji. Abe was in
Man,
Jumanji.
you had to do that.
It went straight to VHS.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Touche,
Let's see. Here we go. Here we go.
touche.
There you go.
There's Abe in the background.
Zoom area.
Oh, nice.
Stunt
You
That's
gotta
double.
zoom in on that photo. Man.
Yeah, let
Zoom
me,
in, I
let me
can't
zoom in a
barely see
little
it.
bit here. Let me go back. Let's see if I can.
Well, he's in the drawing. Like what? Like
It looks like an artist impression.
yeah, I was gonna say that's
No.
not that's
Come on,
That's-
it's AI.
yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's not the movie.
Yeah.
And no scene were they actually standing like that.
That was between takes, actually. So they were setting up the cameras for
gotcha.
another shot, and while they were in there, the photographer in there was just taking pictures of them. And actually, I didn't even know that they took. I was talking to that. There was this hot looking girl who was next to me. You can't see her; she's behind Kevin Hart. I didn't even pay attention. I was talking to her, and then actually, The Rock posted this picture on his website, on his Facebook page, and somebody said they saw me on The Rock's website, and they called me, and I said, sure enough, there I am. So I snipped the photos. I took the photo off his website. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, on Jumanji, right?
Jumanji, yeah, I was on that Jumanji. Yeah, I was on that show, that Jumanji.
Man, oh man. How about you, Ike? Any movies for this week?
I watched 2 movies. The first one is Five Fingers. It's an old movie from 2005. It's like cheesy. I don't even know how I finished it, but I wanted to just kind of watch it. And then the second one down Shadow Force from last year. It has Kerry Washington and Omar Sy or whatever. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. But I think that was a good movie. Five Fingers, and I would recommend it.
You wouldn't recommend it?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I was able to partake in a couple movies myself, so let me go to my first one here. Let's see. So I've been waiting for like 6 weeks for this one to come out. Where is it at? Why is it? Oh, there we go. So I've been waiting for 6 weeks for this to come out, so me and my son could watch it. SpongeBob the movie. It was actually pretty good. Me and my wife watched it along with my son. Finally got him to sit down in the theater and be calm for a little bit and watch the movie. So he enjoyed it. I couldn't crank it up too loud because he told me he didn't want me to. He said the only way he was going to watch it if it was quiet. So I had to turn it down. But I mean, there was still a lot of great panning and a lot of great Atmos effects in this movie. So, and the movie was pretty good. So, go ahead and check that out. And then last night, like I told you guys, I went and I hooked up the Strato S, so I was able to go back to some old demo clips. And I was like, you know what? I haven't heard this movie in the theater yet. And I turned on the famous red light scene. No, Paul, not the red light district.
Wow.
The red light scene for A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah.
And I literally got sucked in, man. I had to start this movie over from the beginning,
Mm.
and I watched the entire thing. This movie
Yeah.
is by far a classic for sound. I mean, it is a reference quality movie if you have not seen it for sound. And there's actually a couple good jump scares in there too. That it's been a while that I haven't seen the movie. And man, I'll tell you what, I was thoroughly impressed. I had creatures going like all around my head and everything else like that. But this when the monster's walking down the steps,
Yeah, that's
you know,
best.
just all the noise all around. It was just unbelievable how good this was, and it just made me
Yeah.
reappreciate it all over again. You know, we see this time after time after time when we go to CDO or we go to M Wave or whatever. But when you go home and you sit and you hear it in your theater and you're like, yeah, I got this shit right. You know, I got this thing right. It's the theater sounding good. I got it going good. So yeah, I watched that, and then I wasn't tired, so I went ahead and I popped on another movie from 2022 that got a lot of notoriety for sound, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal's Ambulance.
Oh.
So, and that movie is, I'm talking about John Wick on steroids. It is nonstop action with bullets and guns and, you know, car chases. And I mean, if you like action, this is the movie for you. And if you like sound panning around your head and bullets flying across and everything else, check this out. It's definitely a great home theater demo track from beginning to end.
Just purchased it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, man. You got to check it out. The movie was okay itself.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, it was
a remake off of, well, not a remake, but it's kind of like, what was it, The Heist or something, or some other, there's a movie that's pretty similar to it. It's not like a total new, but yeah, it was a fair, this is a movie where we were watching it at one of the KC crawl locations, and they had the Hover Easy or one of the base things, and we ended up turning it off like halfway through the movie because it was just too much. He was like, "Hey, you guys mind if I turn this off?" I was like, "No, I don't think anybody would mind," because we're like, like, yeah, that's just too much.
Yeah, it is nonstop sound.
Yeah,
beginning to
nonstop.
end. My mother-in-law is in Miami, so I think I had it about -10 last night, and it was shaking the house for sure. So my wife said she didn't hear anything, so she slept through it, but it was I definitely had the bass cranking for sure with this one. So
That's cool.
but yeah, so that was my movies that I watched. So let's go ahead and hit the chat, and then we're gonna head back over to Brian. So just want to say hi to Andrew, and those that you don't know, Senor Dusty has now changed his profile to Honest Abe. So that's Abe that's here in the chat.
We have the liar Abe. Honest Abe is
Yeah, in the chat is the Honest Abe. On the TV is not live.
So
one of
Mr.
them.
Van Cool, how are you, sir? C Biggs in the house. How are you? J Bone, MFK Home Theater. Rob Johnson's in the house. What's up, Rob? Mr. Joseph, Siphonics. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. TKC DAC joining us also. Thank you. Rich is in the house. Kaleidoscape. Nah. They're throwing a little shade there. Throwing a little shade.
All the way from Jamaica too, man.
Well, I don't think you can buy it there, right? That's
No,
one of
he
the
can't.
excluded
Yeah,
location.
for sure. So Siphonics says sorry about the cold air. Yeah, it's supposed to get a little colder down here in Florida. Derek's in the house. Thank you, Derek.
We had
Johnny C.
-4.
Big again. Let's see. So
Johnny is
Derek-
in the chat.
Johnny, yeah, John Robbo. So
Yeah.
thank all you guys for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for participating in the chat. So John says he watched Dust Bunny, way better than he expected. I think Nelson said he watched Dust Bunny last week, wasn't it? I think it was Nelson, or maybe it was Terrence. I can't remember.
I don't even
who
know
it-
what that is. That
Yeah, what's
sounds
it about?
That
Looks
sounds
pretty
like a
good.
VHS
It's
The
release.
story of the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean,
I'll
Sounds
pull it
like
up here.
It
so we
sounds
can
like
take
it's
a
on
look.
VHS.
yeah, you got to knock 3 times on the secret door.
Action
Dust Bunny.
record.
So it's
Goldberger.
oh yeah, I remember this. So it's about a girl who hires somebody to get the
So far, you're
monster.
explaining exactly what I was thinking it was.
So it's about a girl that hires somebody to get rid of the monsters under her bed. So that's
Okay.
what
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
still describing okay, yeah. I
Let
might not
it
watch
go,
that
Paul. Let it go.
That was like a hitman she hired, I guess, and like some monsters like ate her parents or something like that. She
yeah.
hired like the hitman to go.
Did you see this one?
I haven't. It's on my wish list. It's like $20 on Kaleidoscape. So I'm like, debating. I might wait for it to go on sale in a couple
Yeah,
of weeks.
that's
and
a-
she'll
that-
drop
that's
it
a
down
de-
at least $5.
That's a definite on sale for me. So-
Yeah.
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 I
don't know if I
I'm
wanna
not
go so far as
watching it, so
20,
I'm
but-
good.
Yeah.
I'm saying I won't watch it, but it would have to be an accident.
Yeah,
I do
I'm
kind
not
of
watching
remember the trailer on that, but yeah, I was like, okay, that's weird. It's gonna
Yeah.
be like, it depends on if it's a real serious. It might be like a Life of Pi type of movie, type of situation. I haven't seen it, but I do remember kind of the preview of it.
So, since we're talking about Kaleidoscape, let's talk about real quick before we go to Brian. A little bit of I actually got another email. I saw 2 emails this week, but you guys, I don't know if you guys saw, but Arvolution,
Yeah.
Arvolutions came out with a new.
Oh,
A
two
new
new
player.
players.
So this one's kind of weird because it's a
They come out with a
DIY
player every
upgrade.
6 months, man.
Right, but it's a Blu-ray player. It's a DIY upgrade for a Sony DVD player
Interesting. Yeah.
or Blu-ray player. So you transform your Sony into a true high-end Ultra 4K Blu-ray player with a linear power supply featuring a massive toroidal transformer and audiophile upgrade electronic component. So it's saying it's allowing you to upgrade your Sony Blu-ray player. So
But it has to be the X700.
Has to be that one.
it has to be that one, yeah, the X700. So I found this really weird. I did.
Yeah,
I was,
no, man. Like,
so you got. I guess they're adding this toroidal transformer in here, and it's just looks like it's just plug and play to where you open the top and you plug in a couple wire clips and you give it a better power supply, I guess.
Are they doing the power supply and doing like a board on there too, to where
It's thanks to its high quality internal power supply specifically calibrated for digital audio and digital video transport, the Arvolution offers breathtaking image quality, deep blacks, vibrant covers, exceptional image sharpness, and extremely dynamic digital multi-channel sound. So
hey, look, it has RO 3D. That's all I need, man. I'm getting it.
I was gonna say, as long as it has that, it's worth
As
it.
long as it has
Can't get it
RO
without
3D,
one
I'm
movie.
getting it.
No.
So yeah, I just found this weird. It's like, why not just? I don't know. Why not just rebrand your own player?
Yeah. Why didn't they just make get the Sony guts and get?
Look,
well,
Sony is selling everything, right? Who knows?
Yeah,
if
that
Sony-
is
Well,
true.
Sony is
I have
selling
the
a TV
1000,
brand.
and
Now they might be-
that's a great Blu-ray player. The XM1000 or VDP X. Yeah,
I mean, I guess
they don't make it anymore, but that was It's a
I
great
mean, it
ball.
looks nice. I mean, I love
Yeah,
the
it looks
outlet
good.
exterior
I don't
case.
mind.
Stuff
Yeah, it
look
looks
cool.
good.
But yeah, so
Sony
and
probably
then
sold the Blu-ray division too.
you never know. They could have.
All right, click on the PDF down at the bottom. Is that the instructions? I want to see the instructions. real
It
quick.
says no. It says no technical skill needed. Actually,
I know that's what it says.
what the
So I'm
website
like,
says.
okay, what do
Only
they
a bank
define
account.
as no technical skills? What are we plugging in? Are we just taking out the Sony disk drive?
Let's see.
Because I'm
Man.
curious.
That thing looks like it has
Because
500.
I'm always, you know me, I'm like, it's a digital signal. It's not analog. There's
Right.
nothing
I
analog
can see the
about
power supply upgrades. I can see
CD
a couple things,
player.
but
So I just don't understand their, how people.
They're taking the noise out of the digital signal with the
Yeah,
better
they're
power
taking
supply.
the one's gonna be a harder one.
Sounds like the beginning of an HDMI
Don, you're
to
looking at the
cable
wrong
discussion
manual,
too.
Don.
Yeah, it is exactly that.
Yeah,
It's
this
No,
is
that's
just
the
a
wrong.
manual.
That's the wrong manual, man.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Man, Paul, you can research this on your own.
Anyways, I was just,
Yeah.
I was just checking if it was.
Yeah,
know,
Don,
man,
open
that
the other
easy.
link. Let's check the other stuff they got coming out.
Yeah.
I put the link in the chat though. In the
You
private
put the
chat.
other link in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, it should be the middle one.
yeah.
The middle
I mean,
one. Okay.
I'd buy a Kaleidoscape before I bought that.
All right. So this one is
92
exciting.
square.
Actually, I do like this one.
I like this one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
ask-
one-
I'm gonna ask for this one to review it.
So it's a Revolution Player Pro 8K with TV.
TV.
So now, I mean, look, it's always been Android, right? It's always
Yeah.
been the Android processing, but never did it really have good applications for your Disney, your Netflix, this, other stuff. The apps were always clunky and everything else that were in there. So yeah, so this one, it's coming with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR10 plus, and then most importantly, Netflix, Disney, Prime Video, Hulu, Apple TV, Max, YouTube, Paramount, Warner, Peacock, Fox News, yada yada yada. Anyway, so it is now being equipped with all of your normal streaming apps.
Well, as long
is
as
pretty
it's,
cool.
as long as it's the certified 4K, the certified apps, right? Because a lot of these Android players, they come with these apps, but you only get like 1080p on them.
Mhm.
And that's what I was saying
Because you have
about
to
it.
get
Yeah.
the license. You have to get the license to get the 4K.
Right.
versions.
So hopefully with this being an 8K player, that maybe, who knows, maybe you'll be able to up convert. Maybe
yeah, they should pay for those licenses.
The 4K
to
license.
certify. Yeah, you're not gonna make me pay for this stuff and
Nope.
get 1080p on Netflix, man.
yeah,
Yep.
so Sling TV, so yeah, no, this one's actually exciting. I do like this one.
Yeah, it definitely provides more options, especially.
Well, I mean, you might,
you know,
maybe you getting rid of
Well,
your
it-
Apple
it's
TV.
certified. If you
Yeah.
scroll down to the very bottom, it is because you get Dolby Vision and Atmos. Oh, man, I like the specs, man.
Any idea on the like retail of that?
So that the prices have not been announced yet. I think
I'm
it's gonna
sure
be at
this is going to
ISE.
be the $3,500 or the $1,800.
They're usually not that much. They're usually
They're not
about
that.
1,800 to 2,000.
Yeah,
I
depend-
think guess, yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 18 is what their average high end, but with all those other apps on there, if they're truly licensed, it's not going to be just 18
Yeah.
because you got to remember all these providers have their own, Amazon.
There you go. Look at this streaming.
Apple doesn't want you buying another product to watch Apple TV. They want you to buy their Apple TV so they can collect all their data that they want so they know how to better sell future products.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be part of the licensing here because that's what a lot of the TVs do now. It literally screen scrapes every 5 seconds or whatever. It takes a snapshot and sends it to the freaking companies of what's going across your HDMI port. You have to go to hidden menus
So
to turn
looking
that
at the
stuff off.
specs, it looks like it's going to have a mini too. If you go back to the specs to the very
Yeah.
top, just scroll all the way up. You can see right there that there's if you check the memory, there's a 8 gig, 4 gig, there's a 64 and a 32. And then it's using, they at least put the chipset for the Player Pro 8K and the chipset for the Mini. So it looks like they're going to have 2 different versions, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
down here it does say streaming in 8K too.
Yep. And it has Dolby Vision and that.
HDR.
And you can use a TV
video
tuner too. It looks like
resolution.
you can use
Well,
a
it says
tuner too.
1080, 8K. You know, it's basically
4K.
low to high res. You never, yeah. So
So yeah.
I
So
don't mind it.
this is good for my new NAS that I'm putting together.
yeah, you like you said, you might have one device that has it all. I mean, geez.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Now I don't need to keep switching. And now I just freed up
Yeah.
an input on my 4 inputs of my Lumagen.
You don't have to switch between the Apple and
Right. Yeah.
and our Revolution if I'm watching a movie.
So how are you going to integrate that? C4 integrators. You're gonna have you might need a chow mein driver for that, right?
Yeah, I think they have it.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't know
probably
for that
gonna
one,
come
but they
out
got it
with
for the
one.
other Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
got
gonna
it.
come out with one.
Yeah, will.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you got to go into streaming apps and stuff like that, that's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a whole separate.
Let me tell you what, chow mein has saved me so many times.
Chow mein apps are awesome.
Oh, they're great. I mean, they're so well thought out. I mean, they really put a lot of time and effort into some of these.
Yeah, it's surprising how difficult it is to find drivers within C4. You know, for anything that's not super basic. You know, it's like you're always going to some third party for it.
Yeah. What's
Or
the other
writing
one other than chow mein? What's the other one that?
So it used to be extra vegetables, and now what is it?
Yeah, it's the other one that competes with chow mein.
I should know this.
Yeah.
And if you're
I've only hold it-
if
I've
you're in
only
the
hold-
chat
heard
and
of
you don't
chow
know
mein.
what chow mein is, I just put a link in the chat.
Yeah.
And
It's not food, guys. It's not food.
It's
No,
not
it's
food.
not
Well,
food.
it's food for your home theater.
It's
So-
dog
Oh, I
food.
can't think of the
Technology.
name of that other one that gets that has the drivers for C4.
Down
It's
there.
food for your
Oh,
food
man.
for your home theater gear.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Oh, they just make really good drivers for Control 4, and they also make them
Control
for
4.
other control companies. But yeah, they just very robust drivers, and excellent. But they make it for they make it for obscure things like Arvolution, like trying to find a really robust driver for Arvolution or for some weird quirky thing that's out there. Is be surprised they might have it. So, it makes programming a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, I agree with you. The downloaded apps on these ones are clunky. They're not
Yeah, for sure.
just,
for
just-
sure.
yeah, but if they with this new one, hopefully it's not. And I mean, they're keeping the same specs from the Player Pro, so I think it's not going to be clunky. I think that's a powerful chipset, but yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Apple doesn't want to give us a new Apple TV just yet, so
Yeah, that thing was supposed to come out the end of last
this
year,
was
right?
come out 2 years ago, whatever. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
taking a
so
day
they-
and forever. So
they keep pushing it off and off and off. So
All
I
right,
don't know
Abe.
what-
and chances
Driver
might
centric.
be that it might not even come out with Bitstream.
Driver
So
yeah.
they might not even give us what we want. So.
Driver Central and Intrinsic are the other two.
oh,
Intrinsic development, yeah, and yeah, those are that's the other two companies. Yep,
yeah,
I don't think
I've
Cameron's
never
okay.
heard of those before.
yeah, they're another company like Chow mein that sells drivers for different products out there. If you don't find it in the C4 library, you're going to find it hopefully. But I mean, you have to pay for them, but there's some of them so well thought out that they've definitely saved me quite a few times.
Well, then you have companies like
Look,
you know
look at these guys, man. They're hungry, man.
we're an Anthem dealer, and all of Anthem's drivers you go to Chow mein to get their drivers. It's
Yeah.
not like they're not in C4.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and move over to Mr. Brian now that we talked about the new exciting news coming out of Barcelona, right? Isn't that where they're having that show now?
Yep.
Barcelona. What's it called again? The show over there?
ISC. We need to plan a
IS.
trip. I need to go for one.
I told my wife,
But yeah,
I
you need
said,
some
hey, you want to go to
in-person reviews, like-
Barcelona?
It's just gonna have to be a family trip. There's no way I'm gonna make it out there alone. So,
Yeah.
There's no way they're letting you that by yourself go there.
no.
Yep.
Have to be
I
a
told
family
my wife, I
trip.
was like, you want to go to Barcelona? She's like, sure.
Yeah, we could go in
I knew
February.
Was it ISC there?
Yeah.
Yeah, ISC. That's it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'd love to make a trip over there. But so let's talk a little home theater, right? Let's talk a little bit of
Asheville AV.
a little bit of Nashville AV home theater.
Asheville, not
design.
Nashville.
Asheville.
Asheville.
It's close to Nashville, right?
It's
No,
yeah, not bad.
it's-
4.5 hours. About that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brian, you are you the sole proprietor for this, or are you
I am the sole proprietor.
very good, very good. So tell us a little bit about your company here.
So
Look, I'll even accept the cookies for you.
There you go.
yeah, so that's funny. That's part of me playing around with changing the website was the whole cookie thing. But now, so I started to say this earlier on, but I had a company in Cincinnati for 19 years, sold that, moved down here, and I was kind of figuring out what I'll do. And so I knew some people, and they're like, "Well, will you help me with this, rack or put this together?" Or, "Hey, we've got this system that didn't get completed, and the network's a mess." And so you kind of go in and you start fixing things, and then other people find out, and then you're getting calls, and it's like The Godfather. I got sucked back in. So for the last probably about 3 years, I've been pretty seriously back into it. Where, like I said, we're doing all the Lutron and C4, and a lot of distributed audio, and not as many theaters as I'd love to do. I feel like
we
it's
want you to do more.
yeah, it's starting to come back again. And I think, we had the whole thing when I first started in, the 90s, where a dedicated home theater, I mean, that was it, like everybody wanted to do a dedicated home theater. And then you kind of got to these multi-purpose lower levels, where it was this open floor plan, and you had the pool table and the TV and everything else, and not as many people did it. But I think my fingers crossed, because it's my favorite thing to do, that they're starting to make a comeback.
Yeah. Well, we've been busy, so
So what's the purpose of the humping the wire here?
So when you put the rack back, in order to keep bend radiuses and not have it pinched, you have to put that in there.
that's an
Ah,
Axis Rec, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so okay, I can see the hinges now down here
Yeah.
that it pulls in and
Yeah.
out. Okay.
It
And then
folds up
that
and
rack is
folds up
going to
back,
turn,
flops back.
that rack should turn like 45 degrees each way, right?
It does turn, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. I was trying to figure out what I was looking at here on this picture. So,
Yeah.
Abe, you invited Brian here. So talk to us about how you know Brian, and what's your guys' relationship?
Yeah, so Brian came to us to 3D Squared in wanting some help with some custom designed acoustic panels. He had a theater project there, and so our team worked with him to get the artwork for the acoustic panels to match with the interior look and feel of the room. So that was kind of our contribution, and then he and his people did an amazing job with the whole kit. So we were just glad to be a part of it. So we were just very impressed with how he utilized our acoustic treatments, and we were happy to be part of his project on it. So it just became a really good partnership. And I think we'd done a couple other panel jobs, I think, in the past for him. So we just definitely felt, hey, he's a good AV dealer who understands and gets home theater and gets what we do, and understand. So he's been a really good AV company to be working with.
Okay, very good.
Well, I appreciate it.
So other than other than the panels, have you guys collabed on anything as far as a like a full-on design, or is that something you take on yourself, Brian?
Yeah. So, geez, I think back when CEDIA had their, certified home theater designer, I don't know, the early 2000s, I think I got certified there. And since then, that's been my, like I said, the thing I enjoy most is actually, looking at, Septmeyer, Loudon, some of these famous acousticians and their room ratios and trying to make all that work out with what the client wants. And then, from there, all the aesthetics part of it, from the carpet to the seating to the fabric colors and, working with the designers. And I'm by no means a designer, so that's not my strong suit, but, kind of making it all work. There's my old school, sit there and draw it before you had the ability to do it
AutoCAD.
on your computer. Yeah.
And that one right there, that's the one right there. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the one that you guys worked on with the panels together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's, loves the whole Art Deco thing, and sent like several movies that she was a big fan of, and they were able to put the couple of those on acoustical panel movie posters for us. We've got.
Can you click those and enlarge them, or did they get bigger when you? Yeah, okay, there.
Yeah, so we've got two of the four.
And that red light just changes the whole vibe of that theater. That is incredible.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of RGB TW lighting in theaters. It absolutely does, and the Starfield ceiling too. If you turn the lighting down where it's super low, and that room's dark, I mean it's you don't see the seams at all. It's like you're looking up at the night sky.
That is so cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the Triad and wall silver surrounds are hidden behind the movie poster ones, and then on either side on two of the sets of the Gatsby panels.
So what are we looking at here? What's the room dimensions? Do you remember?
Off the top of my head, no, it's pretty small. It's like 16 something by like 15. So it's not at all what you would, like to do in a space like this, but super limited in space constraints, because like she had to have it in a certain place, and on one side is a mechanical room behind the screen, and what you're seeing right there on the left is actually a hidden door that takes you back into the mechanical room where the equipment is, and she's got HVAC and everything back there. But then behind the seating on the other side is a little office that she wanted to do. So it was like, here's your space that you can work with. You can change the width a little bit, but you're not changing the depth whatsoever. So we had to play with that. The other thing was this being an existing lower level, there was all kinds of mechanicals running across the ceiling. So I was able to work with the contractor to get him to move everything out, at least to, the perimeter, so we could raise that ceiling and do that double tray. And I think it, made a massive difference in how the room turned out.
Yeah,
What's the screen size in there? It looks really big though. I know
it's only a 120. Yeah. So that's
okay.
Is it a CinemaScope?
No, that's actually that's
16 by 9?
the photographer cheating with their,
okay.
fisheye lens adaptation.
Yeah. So from what I understand, what do you all have in there? I mean, is that a 120-inch screen?
Yeah, 120 inch
Sony projector.
Yeah, Sony 5000. All Triad speakers, and two of the SVS in-wall subs, which are hidden behind the screen, which is not normally the ideal way to do it. We had a lot of issues with spacing and where to put things. One thing you don't think about, you're like, oh, it's cool, we'll just put them behind the screen, and until your subwoofers are really firing and your image starts to move.
Oh yeah.
And those, I have two of those subwoofers too, and they actually put out quite some pressure. So behind the screen, I think they recommend nothing less than 4 inches from the screen.
So what
Some-
screen did you go with here? Is it a Seymour or Stewart?
Screen Innovations.
Screen Innovations. Okay, I mentioned the wrong one.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
That,
Yeah, I like them. I like Stewart. In fact, I knew Grant Stewart and kind of got when I was in Cincinnati. Actually, one of their main manufacturing plant was there, so got to do a lot of their screens.
Oh, well, yeah,
Man, there's a lot of nice millwork in this theater. It's just
yeah,
like-
we were very impressed with both me and Glenn when we looked at it. I was like, this millworker did a really great job as far as with just the amount of layers and the complexity of that millwork.
I got
like
and
this.
his name was Abe, so there you go.
I see. That's the reason.
Different Abe. Yeah, the crazy part about that is you see all those applied moldings. That we looked at all kinds of different gold paint, right? And the one that she loved, which I have to admit is amazing because you can't tell, but when you look at this, you would swear these were made out of gold. Like this is actual gold. It only came in a spray can. So you could only
wow.
get this can. So these poor painters, you imagine, the overspray with spray paint. They're taping everything off everywhere, and then the first time that they had an issue with like the primer and didn't adhere right, so this whole thing was, it took them 3 months.
They sprayed in place.
Sprayed it in place,
Oof,
covered
Ooh.
everything up, sprayed it in
that's
place.
so dangerous. Horrible.
Yeah, it was. So you'd imagine it took a while, and you can't really like sand gold paint and not have it show up. So that was
Wow.
literally about 3 months. Oh, and then of course part of all of this, after the whole thing was framed in and drywalled, we had Hurricane Helene. So that was everything was shut down. I mean, just where at my house we had no electricity for 33 days. I had no cell service for 3 weeks, no internet
Wow.
for over a month, and we had water. We had to go down and like you're boiling water for 2 months, and it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
there
that was
one
what, like
delay on that
2
job.
years ago, something like that. For that,
November was a year, so a year and a couple months. Yeah.
yeah, because my friend, he moved up to Tennessee, and he was going to be partaking in with his aunt's cabin business and stuff like that, and then that hurricane went through there, and I mean,
Mhm.
it just wiped out like 8 or 9 of her cabins and everything else like that. So yeah, you guys definitely went through it there.
It was crazy. So many people move here for the nice climate and everything. You don't get hurricanes in Asheville. We're in the mountains, and then this thing comes through and wipes out. It was insane. I mean,
It
we
was
walked
more
out
the
back.
flooding, though, right? More
The flooding was a big one, right?
Yeah.
Flooding, yeah. So luckily we're kind of in the mountains. We didn't deal with that, but just trees falling down everywhere. It's like one thing, because it rained so much here, there's not much of a root structure on any of the trees at all. So I've got these massive pine trees, and the roots on the bottom are maybe like 15 feet. There's a tree that's like 100 feet tall. It has a little 15 feet wide root ball.
Mhm.
So they were falling down left and right on people's houses. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Dang.
So Abe, for you guys, you guys designed, because you actually had another theater that looked something like this that you showed
Well,
us, right?
we call it the Gatsby just because that's just what we've named that particular design element. We designed that element in the theater in Arkansas, which is the big theater that we did there.
Right, 'cause so you had like literally a big version and a small version, and now this one.
Yeah.
So-
So this has been a very popular design. Yeah, the big version was the one in Arkansas, which turned out amazing. That was the one with the it was huge. I can remember the specs on it anymore, but it had the tall version of that artwork in a different color palette.
So this panel here, this is what you made for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is this etched on or painted
No,
on?
so that's printed fabric. So Glenn has a great technique for creating. Well, he created this image, and then it's a high resolution print on an acoustically transparent fabric, and then we wrap it around the acoustic panel.
Okay.
And then where the speaker is, we notch the acoustic material so it blows right through that fabric.
Okay, so
and he's not giving them enough credit too. I mean, they really modified that. I mean, we kept playing around with the designs. The client was pretty particular, so we were changing like the radiuses of the arc and where the lines were and what the fan at the top looked like, and then went through a bunch of different colors, trying to match. It's exactly what we wanted. So they did I mean, I can't say enough about the job they did and the time that they put in just to sell some panels. It's not like this was a huge project.
So I mean, I couldn't imagine lining each one of these up to where they're absolutely perfect, with the fabric printed and everything else like that. And
Yeah,
just
that's the key, is that when we print it, but then you got to wrap every one of those panels
exactly
the same. And so,
right.
yeah, a lot of that goes to kudos to our fabricators that wrap those panels. I mean, we checked them and inspected them before we sent out, and they were just like they were dead on balls accurate there. So
are these 2-inch panels or the 4-inch panels?
Go ahead.
I think these are 1-inch, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are 1-inch or 2-inch. I think these are the 1-inch. Yeah.
And another thing about the not having enough space, you kind of have to sacrifice, or you don't want them popping out into the limited walkway.
Right.
Yeah. And really, different. I mean, 2-inch is great. Obviously, the more the merrier when it comes to acoustic treatments. But when you're doing kind of a basic level of acoustic treatments, 1 is good and I always say it kind of just knocks it off the top. It's going to cover it's going to help you with the basics, the basic reverberation, basic slap echo. Is it as perfect as doing a stretch fabric system and modular acoustic treatments? No, but it's definitely going to help you kind of knock off the top the major things that you have to worry about in dedicated theater: slap echo, reverberation, and help to control some of that decay time. So in here with the absorptive panels, along with a lot of the hard surfaces, we're kind of creating this fractal, this naturally occurring kind of differential between the absorptive and reflective materials in that room. So, so it's a great way to just get the basics taken care of.
Right.
And that's a great job.
Yeah, we're able to get a pretty decent amount of diffusion by adding all those elements in there. So
yeah, the combination, all of it together, it's a fairly diffusive room anyway.
So let's finish off the equipment list. So we got a Screen Innovation, we got Triad speakers, you got the Sony projector. What seats are you using here? What type of are you using separates? What type of processor or AVR are you using?
So the AVR was the Denon 3800. So it was that's one of the areas where she cared way more about what it looked like and visually what it was like, but didn't care a whole lot about sound as long as it was decent, to be honest. She's an older lady. She's not, cranking it up and watching anything too crazy.
So are you implicating ARC or Dirac in here?
Well, I would love to do ARC, but that was Dirac and the Denon.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a big Anthem.
I'm sorry, not ARC. I meant Odyssey. I apologize.
Yeah. So,
Odyssey.
you know what? You're right. It was Odyssey on that one. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an older model, 3800. So yeah, that's Odyssey.
Yeah. So we had that, all Triad speakers, which we do
Great
a lot
speakers. I've always been a fan of the Triad Silver Series for small rooms. I've done literally hundreds of Triad Silver Series systems in rooms. The silvers, the golds, excellent speakers.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to do a couple platinum systems too, which those things are pretty
Platinums
awesome.
are fantastic. I've done a couple, but yeah, the golds are really for the money, I think, and the value. The golds are solid, but the silvers are not too far behind. And for these small rooms, perfect.
Yeah, Triad and Paradigm are pretty much our go-tos for speakers. Yeah, and we'll do some Origin acoustics for flush mount stuff and everything too, and they make some cool larger theater flush mount speakers that are not too bad budget wise.
Now, source materials. So sources, what kind of sources do you have in here?
So she's running everything on a regular old Sony Blu-ray player.
Oh, okay.
So and then streaming, you know, so she'll watch Netflix and you know the usual Prime, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
But
And Control
yeah,
4. I'm assuming Control 4.
So using Apple TV.
so let me think about this. Did we? Yes, she does have Apple TV, which is where we're getting all our streaming from.
Mm.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Control 4. All the RGB TW tape lighting is Control 4, which we're DMX controlling it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you do the lighting? So you're doing a DMX controller for that, and then are you using any APD 120s for like the main for like sconces zones and stuff for your? Okay,
Yep.
So it's all just adaptive phase dimmers that you're controlling with Control 4.
Yep. So the lighting itself is all Zigbee, which is how they do their lighting, unless you do their panelized stuff.
Yeah. Did you have fun hooking up that Epic Sky controller to Control 4 on their RS-232?
It wasn't bad. I mean, I love how you're just connecting, RJ45s. You're jumping one data cable to another, basically in the top. I think the biggest trick is just trying to get everything to line up perfectly when you're installing them, because you're not always getting a perfect rectangle that they're going inside of. So,
yeah. And you got the controller there that hooks up to the Control 4. You've got like the little, so you can use either the Bluetooth or you have R232 to the controller.
Yeah. So we're controlling an RS-232.
Wow, this theater's.
They make a good fiber optic. I'm happy with Epic Sky.
So is that? So Epic, yeah. So Epic Sky is what you have. So what are the sizes of those panels that are on there for the? So talk about how these So this one will connect to the next one, and
Christmas tree lights,
and then so on.
daisy chain.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're 6 4-foot by 4-foot panels.
Okay.
So it's an 8 by 12.
And any shooting star options or anything like that comes with those?
You could get it, but she didn't do that. Yeah, they'll do the constellations and the shooting stars, all that fun stuff.
Okay. And obviously each installation is going to be a little bit different, but because I'm in the star ceiling, and Ike's going to shake his head here, but I'm in the star ceiling market. So what are we looking at for, just say, these 6 panels?
I love star ceiling. Don't shake your head. I like the star ceilings too,
well,
man.
Ike's shaking his head because he DIY'd his, and it was
one, and it's like the worst thing I ever did.
Oh my God! You actually stuck all those things through the panels. It's like 3,000 times.
Yeah. I did that once, and I said, I'm not doing this again. I'm going to go back to buying them.
No, there's no way, unless you want to make 50 cents an hour.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to pay the 80 grand you'd have to charge them to do it.
So
here's the kicker.
like
this room looks
Brian,
amazing, but what was the, just talk about how you could achieve some of these theaters. What was the budget on this theater?
So all of our end, not the construction part, was 50. And so we came in right about 45, which, if you're just going to go with the receiver and everything, is totally doable. I think.
So when you took over the project, what was it? Was it just drywall?
No, we took it over. It was an existing, walk down into a basement with like a big sectional and pillows and stuff all over the floor, and like just a wall, that separated that room from the mechanical room, and it's completely open behind, and just nothing. It was just like all, I don't know, it was maybe a 8-foot ceiling. That was it. So
you hired a contractor, or she hired a contractor to do the construction phase, and then you came in and you did all the aesthetics, the carpet, the AV gear, all that stuff. Am I correct in that?
No, actually, this is the type of project that you love. So I had a relationship with the builder and kind of knew what we could do. And he said, "Hey, I have this lady that wants to do a home theater, and she kind of has this idea. Her daughter was great. This lady's daughter, who was kind of does design work on the side. So she had a lot of ideas, but basically we kind of started from the ground up. It's like, here's this fixture I really like, and here's some other things that I really like. And, I've got a few theater design books. I kind of like look through these and look through some of the old time Art Deco theaters. And so we kind of came up with ideas. And then I think I was just looking on the internet when I ran across these guys' panels. And from that point on, I think the panel was the muse for the rest of the design at that point. So we were able to draw the wall dimensions and where we wanted the panels and where we wanted the columns and pretty much everything. So that part of it was great.
So what about soundproof? Any type of soundproofing that went into the room or anything like that?
So with the mechanical room, not as much as I like. I wanted to do duct silencers and some other things, but we ended up just doing, the double drywall wall. They insulated the wall, drywalled the back of it, instead of your typical mechanical room that's, not drywalled on the other side, which helped a lot. It's not, if it's a quiet scene and the HVAC unit pops on, you hear it a little bit, but it's not, it's not terrible.
Not too distracting.
No, I mean, it bothers me, but I'm jaded. So
yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, also just to, try to keep the budget intact too. So you have to make some sacrifices here and there. And
so you said minus the construction, right? So you said that your budget, so you said it was what, 40? You said, I apologize.
About 45. Yeah, she's at 50. And you had asked about the Epic Sky, which added about around 7,000.
Okay, so your budget included everything but the sticks, right?
All of the equipment and the design and the acoustical treatments and the RGB-TW lighting, and then just the control of the sconces and downlights and that sort of thing, but not the actual fixtures.
So no drywall, no electrical,
millwork,
none of that stuff.
carpet.
Like that.
Yeah, all the millwork and carpet and everything. I mean, if I would have to get the info from the builder, but I mean, I would hope if we were to enter this, we could try to hit it in the under 100,000 category.
Yeah, no, it looks beautiful, man.
I think it definitely can be a qualifier. Definitely the under 100,000 category.
Super clean.
Yeah.
So what is the actual layout? Is it 7-7-2-4?
Yeah, it's basically a 7-2-2. So we only have 2 Atmos speakers in the front. Yeah.
All right. And what were some of the deciding factors as far as like, screen, projector, obviously budget constraints, but what made you choose the Sony, this particular Sony and that screen?
I've been a big fan of their projectors, for a long time. I think the color fidelity, I think the resolution, I think the processing in them for the money is great. So I think when you consider the budget, it's like, you're going to do a projector under the $8,000 range or something like that. It's a fantastic choice. So
yeah, you can't beat that. I mean, those 5,000s are great. I'm really happy with the ones that I put in.
Yeah, what's the 5,000 and 6,000? The ES 5,000 and 6,000.
Yeah, they're nice they're little workhorses. They do a good job.
Yeah, I do like the color saturation on the Sony, but I prefer the black levels on the JVC. So it's but hey, they're both great projectors for sure. For the money that you're spending on those, it's they do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, JVC would be my second choice of where we'd be at.
So how tall is this riser here? Looks you're almost at the head on this at the headrest on this particular thing. So
yeah, so one of the nice things about the way the chairs worked out in our design was that there was never going to be a point of time where your head was at the soffit. So you have all that extra space from the, foot higher, which is kind of hard to tell. But, you could, be 7 feet tall and not hit your head in this area if you're in the back row. But it's a foot, which I've always kind of gone back and forth over the years. When you talk about riser height,
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of the 1 foot riser. I don't like an 8-inch or a 6-inch riser. I want nothing to do with looking at the person's head that's in front of me when I'm sitting there.
For
Especially,
sure.
especially maybe they're a little taller, I'm shorter, so that's kind of where we ended up with that. And yeah, if it that ceiling height was what it was before, there's no way we could have done that without raising it.
And the carpet that you chose, what is there a brand of carpet for this?
Yeah, Joy Carpets, and that's their Walk of Fame. That's
Yeah,
what they
wow.
call that.
Yeah, that one's a great carpet, and that company makes excellent carpet
Yeah,
for theaters.
I
Good.
remember being on their website looking at that. So yeah, Joy is they do a lot of great theater carpets, like you said.
Yeah, very well built. If you want a robust carpet for your home theater, definitely check them out because they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Or call us, Brian or me, and we'll get you some Joy carpets.
Get you some Joy carpet.
We'll bring you some joy.
You'll have a joyful theater. I mean,
Yeah, so
it is
what are some
really.
other theaters there that you've got there that you would like us to kind of see or have an interesting story about?
Yeah, that one actually that you're looking at right now is a 20. I think it was 28 seat theater that we did for a big retirement community, which is kind of neat. I thought it was cool that they wanted to do that for those people.
That's
So
nice. Yeah.
yeah, so we ended up running in there and doing that, and they, it's all C4, and we've got the touchscreen out front that shows what movie they're going to show for that day or that week, and people love it and go in there and use the thing. So
That's pretty cool.
They can go and watch Cocoon. And they can go out and play kick the can.
yeah, I put some like White Christmas Holiday Inn or whatever.
I think it would be awesome to walk into a retirement community, into their theater, and they're watching Cocoon. Don't you? I mean, I'm just saying that would be like the movie to watch with a bunch of
Well,
old people.
in my business, I'm in and out of these places all the time, right? So it's like a lot of them do have these theaters, and I go in there and I'm like, geez, I need to overhaul this thing. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, man, this is a good space. Maybe I could talk them into letting me upgrade this thing or something. For sure. So what type of equipment are we looking at here?
So this you're actually looking at a lot of URC stuff. That's what your blue curves are there. Your Sony AVR, Sony Blu-ray, I think. I'm trying to remember what else we had in there.
Yeah, Kaleidoscape. Oh, you said Sony Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
Yeah, so I think we ended up having 2 Blu-ray players, and we had it set up where it would basically just like auto play, one and then play the next one. And that actually, now that I look at it, doesn't go with that theater. That's at a different project, but that similar setup.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty badass for a retirement.
Yeah, that's different. Oh, there's my the JL Audio Fathoms, which I'm a massive fan of.
That was nice.
The in walls.
Yeah.
And both the end walls and the in room, you want to call it. Yeah. I love their stuff.
Oh, this one looks interesting. Look at that.
Yeah, that's me nerding out and being like, let's just leave the grills off the speakers.
It looks good like that.
That's good, yeah. Zoom in on that, or that's big as it gets?
I'm not good at operating the zoom on the Mac, but yeah, I'll try to zoom in.
Okay,
Here.
yeah.
There you go.
Wow. What speakers are those?
Yeah, those are Origin acoustics.
Okay.
So they OEM Bang & Olufsen stuff. So that's their series that has all the Kevlar drivers in it. And they sound pretty awesome. I mean, the only
so
bad
they make speakers for Bang & Olufsen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
Any of the architectural speakers, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. So and they're
Now, is
they're not.
that it's like a build out around that TV, that kind of a little chamfered, little angled, bevel, a little beveled frame that's around there.
Yeah, just a fun architectural element to kind of, make an otherwise, TV on the wall thing stand out and look cool. And that's your, typical TV on a wall thing with the, I want to put all the speakers below, which I will admit I absolutely hate. I mean, that's one of my, my big 3 rules in acoustical design is I don't want any speaker within 2 feet of a room boundary. And when you do that, of course, your speakers
no.
are practically on
Now,
the
is that
floor.
a basketball?
Let's play
Uh,
basketball court and watch movies at the top of the
Oh, there you
basketball
go.
court.
That's
So
like
that's a 220-inch, no, 240-inch screen,
Wow.
and it absolutely is. One of my client has an indoor, half court, and at the top we've got, I think there's 2 screens.
Are there
up
some
there at
other
the top.
views of that room, or is that the only picture?
I think that's the only one I have in
Oh,
there.
okay.
I have.
Oh,
Oh no, here we go. Yeah. So
Shit,
we've
that's
got.
cool. Like
yeah,
having like a box suite at a stadium, and then that's cool, man.
Exactly.
I gotta work harder, man. I feel lazy looking at this.
We all do, man.
Hey, I
tell
could
you,
use
you're
an
right.
indoor basketball court, man.
For sure.
Badass.
Yeah.
Sure. I got next.
Yeah, that guy was pretty cool. He was he never played professional football, but he was like a 4-year starter and D1 college lineman,
okay.
and his wife was the same thing. She's 4-year volleyball player and everything. And they're he's just one of those go-getter guys that's succeeds at everything. And literally this whole thing is for his son to practice basketball. So
Wow, it's nice.
I know. This would have been a lot easier. We were just born to rich parents like this,
I always blame my dad. You didn't work hard enough. You
Yeah.
just didn't work hard enough. I blame him.
That was pretty interesting. So do you do all the cabinetry work and stuff too, or do you sub that out?
Sub it out, yeah. So I like to kind of get my hand in it enough just to make sure that I've got ventilation and dimensions, and how you'll get cabinet makers that decide to give you a 17-inch deep cabinet, and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Look like a Sonos play bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
know what?
original one.
You know what? I love that thing. I have in my master bedroom. I've got a 65-inch Sony OLED and a Sony play bar on the Sonos sub, and it sounds fantastic. I'm totally happy. I watch more movies there than in the media room upstairs.
Like, I want that prop that guy's got in there. I want that projector over here.
That's
Well,
pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
I want that little prop right there.
it looks a Parasound. I see a Parasound. Is that the
That's
Halo?
Halo. Yep.
Yeah, that's
the
A52 and the an A52
old-
or A21.
That was the A52, and then
Yeah.
that was the what was it? The C1 was it?
The
Their
C1,
processor?
yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that, man. Hey, man, Parasound made some beautiful gear, and I wish they would have kept on making it, but then they fell off the wagon. So,
Yeah,
But-
I mean they're John Curl design amps and preamps.
oh,
are
they're still the
pretty
amps are
awesome.
fantastic, but I really they didn't keep up with pre-pros. You know,
No, they were always way
they fell off the
behind.
wagon with the pre-pros, but man, their stuff looks so good in the rack, man.
Yep.
I like
So
Parasound.
talk to me about this right here. Let's see here. What are we looking at here?
This is another fun thing that I don't get to do enough of, but
Oh,
2-channel
my
setups. Yeah, so it's the C2800 preamp and the 312 solid state amp.
Mhm.
Preamps tube, amps 300 watt solid state.
And
And
that amp's what, about 100 pounds, 110?
that amp is very heavy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
is that
very heavy.
are those the Lintons, the Clips Lintons?
Those are original Fortes.
Okay.
Original first year Fortes.
Mhm.
Completely unrestored, the original veneer, everything. And I was able to find a 1973 Thorns TD 125 Mark II turntable, and like pristine condition. I just had to change the tone arm on it, play around with it a little bit.
Do you have some people that can really restore these record players? I've got some classic ones here that I would love to get restored.
You know what? I'm right with you. No, and I wish I did.
Yeah, that's what I gotta find, man. Because I got a old classic vintage Pioneer stuff that I would. They sound great too, but I know they need to be restored.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, I don't think there's enough people doing that still.
Yeah,
I'd like.
I find some old guy who's been doing it for 100 years.
That's pretty much it. But then we have
what are we looking at on the bar here? I mean, did you do all the? Is this at your house, Brian?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's right behind me. Actually. No.
So
now this is at one of my clients. Oh gosh, I should show you his outdoor water feature. I'll tell you that story in a second. But so this is a designer out of Charlotte, and the two of us got together because he wanted to do a bar. And we decided to turn it into a retro bar because I found this cool old equipment. And I'm like, all right, this would be perfect. We'll mix the new stuff and the old stuff. Like there's actually underneath those metal grills in the bottom, that's 2 SVS SB 4000 subs.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so this room I've heard a lot of sound systems and it sounds pretty awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
But she came up with this whole cool, like, this is Onyx. I didn't even know Onyx could look like that. So we backlit all the Onyx on that and on the bar, the separate bar that's kind of out in the front. And she came up with the cool ideas for, putting the records in there and, the backlighting and all those different bourbon bottles.
It definitely looks funky, man. I like it.
I love it. Oh, that's
it does look cool.
Yeah, you like walk right in the main foyer and it's like right there in front of you too. So
I like the choice of drinks on the wall.
yeah.
Especially that lonely white bottle just sitting right there in the
Yeah, he's got some good ones. I've got between clients and friends, I've got some serious bourbon aficionados.
Oh yeah, got a couple of those.
Which I wish I was. I don't do it. I can't. I don't know. Can't do the bourbon.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
I saw those Macintoshes there. I mean, those are a staple in the hi-fi industry, right?
They still make it just killer stuff, man. I mean, this stuff is just so well overbuilt, in my opinion. But those things are tanks. I mean, they really are well built.
I don't even know they're built. Look, my dad has one that is probably as old as mine, as myself. Man. They last long, man.
Yeah, yeah. They don't.
They're
skimp,
well built. You can
skimp.
have one for generations, man.
But they are the last pure American muscle when it comes to like amplifiers and preamplifiers.
Yeah, the preamp's awesome. The phono preamp built into the thing's amazing. I mean, you can do anything. You can sit there and tweak it as much as you want.
I keep saying I want to get back into the vinyl. I want to set myself up on this vinyl.
It's fun. I've been dipping my toes into it for the last couple of years. I like it.
I got my.
Wait, what do we got back there?
I got a vinyl, nice one. I've been enjoying it, man. It's good music for relaxation.
Where is it at? Let's take a look at it.
I'm blocking it. Right there.
Oh, look at
My
that.
camera has to focus on it, but that's what I'm using the stock sounds betas to listen to. It's good. It's good music to relax.
I like that setup back there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What turntable is that?
It's the Audio Technica.
He's like, I don't know.
I just put the needle on it and go.
Whichever one Don gave me.
It's the Audio Technical 120 XBT.
Cool. Yeah, I've been playing around with I've got a basic project debut, which is their basic entry level turn decks. Like everything's manual. Like you gotta it's a belt drive and it's got a little anti-skate magnet. You gotta balance it and everything. It's not automatic at all, but it sounds great.
That's where that old Thorns is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been hunting one belt drive on eBay for like weeks now. But the guy is not budging, man. I'm like, come on, man.
I've got an Ortophone OM2 needs
Just
stylus
let
on
it
it.
go, man. I need that magnetic drive. Just let it go.
The one that I want is like freaking $3,000 or $4,000 for the turntable. It's you literally it looks like a rectangle, and you
You can
stick
put it to
your
the side, right?
you
Yeah.
literally stick the record in and it spins it like this. So I want it just for the looks. The guy, the guy? Jay's Auto Lab. He reviewed it or whatever. Man, ever since I've seen that, I've been ruined with
I got-
turntables ever since then.
It's
He's
too
like, "Who's that?"
expensive
I got
for
two
the
turntables
looks.
and a microphone in the comments there. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a toaster.
Yeah, it's too expensive for the looks, and I just wouldn't feel it because there's that font of taking it, putting
Mhm.
it, and then moving. But putting it like you're putting the bread in the toaster is not just. I don't know, man.
no, yeah, I like old school. Just
I'm too
yeah.
old school for that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slowly put the dust cover down.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I still have fond memories
Yeah.
of like waiting for Columbia House records. You buy 12
Yes.
you get one free.
All those
And then-
stamps.
Yeah, the stamps. When you have the lick and you had to
Yeah.
put on a little piece of paper. Man, I had so much fun with that. And I remember getting the box of the 3 records, and there's all my brand new Prince albums. So there I got the Purple Rain album, and then 1999. I just remember sitting in front of the turntable with the Purple Rain album, just watching it spin around in circles, almost like the way we now stare at, well, not anymore, but stare at like the artwork on a computer while you're watching, listening to music, the screensaver, but just staring at the record player just go round and round and listening to Purple Rain, and just fond memories of that. Hearing that for the first time on vinyl back in the 80s, it was awesome. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
those are good old days. Yeah. So you remember the stamps too?
Oh, I remember the stamps. Then you had to put like 1 penny in there or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You had to tape a penny. Yeah. You had to tape a penny.
onto it.
Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
like 12 for the price of a 1 cent. You had to tape the penny with the stamp. Oh man, those are good old days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then they had you forever though.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
what-
had to hurry
what-
up and
what-
cancel. You had to write. You remember you had to write a letter to cancel it too. I was like, I don't want to cancel this. Otherwise, we could hit with a record every month.
We're definitely dating ourselves now.
Hey man, I miss those days, man. It was just something. It was tangible. You know why? Because you do that and you get that record in your hand, you put it on there. You had to take your time. You had to enjoy it. You just had to sit there and enjoy it. You had to listen to it. It was
Mhm.
just a much different experience. I think it was much better.
Like slapping in a cassette tape. The
Yeah.
first place I worked at. You guys remember or have you ever heard of the Nakamichi Dragon cassette
Yeah,
deck?
that's a great
Yeah.
tape deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing, I'd love it. It comes out and flip the thing around and go back in.
That was badass. Yeah. It was tape. Yeah. But I miss those. I just miss those days. Yeah.
Back when we thought like Dolby noise reduction was like the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, it's funny that all kind of how it makes a comeback. I saw a story the other day how like the new generation, there's these they're out there and they're listening to tapes, and well, of course they've been vinyls kind of already made a comeback, but like I heard that they're getting excited about tape decks again, and they're like listening to and it's like it's hard to find a good Walkman now because they're buying them up on eBay, and I'm thinking
Mhm.
that's just so funny, just.
Yeah,
The
like-
latest one is out. Like a lot of the young kids are looking for old flip phones.
So
They
my
don't know the pain of getting your earpiece to work with a Walkman, man. When you're wrapping
No.
that stuff up.
so my niece, she came over the house for Christmas, like with a fucking Zune player. I was like, "What the hell are you doing with this?" Yeah, they want like you said. I mean, they're wearing all the old clothes from the 70s and 80s with the big pants, legs, and I haven't seen parachute pants come back yet.
Oh, let's
Hope
hope
not.
not.
Although they're very practical, you can place to put everything.
They give
So,
you more
yeah.
they give you more breathing room.
Yeah,
I don't.
So,
about-
yeah.
How about some MC Hammer Zubaz pants? We would bring those
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
those you don't know. If you put them on backward, you never know.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
Yeah,
Oh.
I saw this YouTube video of this girl. She was like, they were talking about how excited they are to get this flip phone. They found like, I don't an old flip phone. It's so nice because all it does is call people. It doesn't do anything else. It's so wonderful. Now by day I can like go outside and listen to the birds singing because I don't have to worry about my phone going off every 3 seconds. Like, really? And like discover like it's some new thing. It's just kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not growing up right now. It's constantly being bombarded with social media and everything else.
Yeah.
So,
Let
no
me
thanks.
show you. I found this record player. I got to show it to you now. Let's see.
Let's see this cool new age toaster.
I know.
Ah,
Oh my god. That's the one that cost $4,000, you said?
It's like it's like $3,000 for this thing.
Dude,
It's craving.
that does look like a toaster.
Put that in my kitchen right next to the toaster. That would be awesome.
Dude, my 4-year-old is gonna walk to the pantry and then come upstairs and just put a slice of bread in that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna lose
Bagel.
my mind.
That's a bagel. A bagel.
Now it would be great if it'd be like a combination record player toaster. That would be what we really need to,
They had a different one that kind of was sideways that had like a giant glass or acrylic looking backing.
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
the one I thought it was gonna show.
Yeah, that's what I was
a
thinking. you were
bagel in the blues.
Yeah.
Does-
So
So that does remind me of like the Bang & Olufsen stuff. Where they had the, like remember the I think it was like 6 or 8 CDs, the whole big vertical stack. You'd put them
Actually,
in there.
I'd like to. I was wanting to find one of those because I think it would be kind of nice just for a retro to put one up against the wall and just it just looks cool. Yeah, I wish that kind of make a comeback. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, their stuff was definitely artwork. Was it
Yeah.
Bio Lab or something like that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all right, so let's take a couple questions. I think Derek's got a question for you. He said, "Do you use Procreate for doing your mock-up, your design mock-ups?"
I don't know, but I'm this much familiar with it. Yeah. So I'm still old school. I'll hand draw. We use D-Tools, so I'll use some of the drawing stuff on there, play around with.
So, yeah, I mean, how long does it take you to hand draw stuff like that out? I mean, I'd imagine if you're, those drawings that you did were pretty damn good. So I'd imagine you're some kind of artist too, right?
I mean, I kind of just mock it up first in terms of, dimensions and figuring out what's going to work. And then I just kind of sit there and it's easy for me to play around with the design of, sit there with colored pencils, and draw something. And then I'm like, oh, what about this and that? And, I'll just use a different vellum over the top so I can, go over the top of what I did before, or change it around. It's definitely one of those things that is completely ridiculous and that I just haven't taken the time to completely learn CAD and, drawing everything on
You always
CAD.
got us. Well, that's all we do is CAD.
See, there we go. I don't know what I need to. I'm just gonna see. I'll do one of my hand drawings and I'll be like, Abe, here, make this
That's
look
me.
cool.
Make me. I'll engineer it.
Look, trust me, and this guy's to the. I did a DIY theater, right? And I said, Abe, can you help me out just with this? And we're measuring after I already built the theater. We're measuring down to the 16th of an inch so that he can put it in CAD. So he's your guy for sure. If you need somebody to mock it up for you.
Well, the more precise we can get it in CAD, the more that when we go to actually do the build out and figure out panel size and things, we got it as close as we can to actual build. So
we found one error in my whole theater. One of my steps was just a little bit higher than the other one. That other than that, it was.
I was looking at it, like, hey, your steps are off, and it's like, what? Like, oh, yeah, look at it. It's like it's a 1/4 inch off or 1/8 inch off or whatever it was, or a 1/4 inch off, I think it was. But we fixed. But you fixed it, so
yeah. I took the shit apart the next day. I'm like, I can't have it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if I should have pointed it out to him or not, but I was like, yeah, I gotta point it out to him.
So, look, I'm telling you, when it comes,
you should have found more stuff for him to do. Man. Did you check the
Well, I
drywall?
didn't tell him everything.
Did you check the drywall?
No, okay.
when it comes to building stuff, I'm like, it has to be like perfection, man. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'm somewhere.
I feel like that's like a trait. Probably all of us are like that. It's like I can't stand it. I walk in and I see like a wall plate and an electrical outlet, and they're like a 1/4 inch off of each other. It's just like, I can't deal with this, you know.
Do you align, go in with a flathead screw and
Screws.
align the screws so they're perfectly
Oh,
in line?
100%.
I do that.
100%. You
Yeah, I love
leave it like
OCD.
that. Yep.
So you must drive yourself crazy with cable management.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
actually
I know the
that's,
feeling. Yeah,
that's how I got started here, was like going in and fixing, spaghetti messes of racks for people.
Now, I know-
I'm about to fly you to Dallas then, because I got real stuff for you to do.
so Brian, I mean, I'm old school, but when it comes to doing wire management stuff, but Velcro or zip ties?
Do not use zip ties, especially on data cables. In fact, they tell you not to do
They
it.
can
Yeah.
break that. Yeah.
Yeah. Velcro too, because say you're going to add something else, you just undo it.
Yeah, but sometimes you need some zip ties, though.
I mean, I'll
No.
do zip ties if
I
I'm
want to do it on
I'm
data cables, but just
I use zip ties in my
I'm
whole
sorry.
rack.
But I do pay attention to make sure that they're not tension tight, and I use them for use cases where a zip tie is good. But I have a special little gun that pre-tensions, so it cuts when you press the trigger. It pulls it to the right tension and then it cuts it. So it also takes off the sharp edge off the thing. So I do use that, but I use a combination of both.
They have
but
technology
you could-
for zip ties.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had that forever.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will typically
buy one.
wire everything with zip ties to give them just the way I want, and then go back and then take off the zip ties that I want to replace with Velcro, so I can get the look and feel of it right, and then keep the critical zip ties, but then go back and put Velcro where I need it, so that I keep everything.
I think a big part of mine too is that just from doing this so long, and you keep clients for a long period of time, and they're always going to add something. So if you're having to go in there, and you inevitably, unless you have something that's perfect, you stick your hand in there and you slice yourself on the little sharp edge of your zip tie.
Right.
It's in there.
Yeah.
This is my rack.
Yeah.
So you can see I use zip ties.
Yeah. I still use it.
Yeah, that looks. I almost said your rack looks good, but that damn rack looks good.
But this is look there. This is pre speaker wire too.
I've been
so
trying to get a
there-
watt box, man. One of you guys.
Yeah, speaking of power management, what did you do for power? Did you have any power management for? I mean, what did you do for power management in that theater? Or what did you
So because we're big C4 guys, we do a lot of watt box stuff. So I like to make sure I can remotely get into the networks and anything's connected from a power standpoint, and power cycle it or diagnose issues. We're a small company, so it's so much easier for me to hop on my computer and
I love
get
it.
it.
Oversea is fantastic. Big fan of Oversea.
It's been a little problematic since the whole ADI.
It has, but yeah, but it's still, I love it. I mean, I've been happy with Oversea. I would, hopefully once the dust settles with ADI, they can get back to paying attention to that. But I thought the concept of it was great for when it first came out. It was just, this is wonderful. So I would like them to expand on it and continue to improve it.
Yeah, in terms of bulk updates for firmware on access points or whatever. It's just it's nice.
So I think Control 4 to answer this question here. How long does it take to implement a Control 4 system in one of those theaters? How long for one change? So I think Control 4, I could be incorrect. They've kind of opened up a little bit to allow, if you have a little bit of knowledge, that it'll allow the end user to go in and add something and take it out. Am I incorrect on that, or am I correct on that? I thought I heard that they were if you have a little bit of programming knowledge, that you can go in, you can take something out and put it in yourself if you want to.
Well, you can give access to a client unless you give access client to some things. Like there's a Composer Express, I think, and then there's some things that the client can do. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't said, because normally I take control of all of the clients' theaters, and if they have something, call me, I take care of it. But I think with some of them, you can have them like add a source, I think, or move. You can have them move around. Maybe there's a couple minor things that they can do, but not a whole lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can change scenes, you can change presets.
You
yeah.
can definitely can, all the lighting stuff. They can, you can give them
Yeah,
pretty
but
good
I
access to that.
don't know about, like, say I already have 4 sources and I want to add the 5th source. I don't know that they can do that. If they do, someone can educate me. I don't know that that's possible.
Mm.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
terms of
because like
implementing
for
it,
myself, I mean Ike more than myself, but if we get a review unit in, we want to be able to, pop
Move
it
things
in,
out,
pop it
yeah.
out. We don't want to have to call an integrator to, hey, can you set this
Oh,
up on the
yeah.
control
And
floor?
I mean,
that's been my biggest reason for not doing like a Control 4. As much as I really want to, is I move
Well,
stuff
yeah, because
around.
I can get that for someone like Ike or you guys. You want to be able to play with it. You want to be able to tinker with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and I've got to have a client now who wants me to basically give him the login stuff and he can go in there and play with it. And I'm like, well, I can't.
Yeah,
But I
especially
do a lot
if
of stuff
for-
on for
for
free.
those
So
of
just
us
tell me what
that-
you want. I'll do
yeah.
it. It takes me 5 seconds.
I think
pop it.
there's kind of like 2 people. There's people like you guys who understand it and you can do it yourself. The people who are using Raspberry Pis and that sort of thing. And then there's the, this is my 3rd house in Asheville and I just want it to work and I'm going to show up, like I literally just finished a house that, you dream about. It's like $6 million house. They're going to be there maybe 4 or 5 weeks out of the whole year. So it's like they just want to come in, it works. They don't do any of this stuff. Update firmware, do this. Just you automatically do all of it. I want to just walk in and turn my lights on and watch TV, and
You make a good
Oh,
point.
and
there.
just to clarify that you can't add a source, but I'm saying if you want to move the sources around on the page, I think.
Yeah.
you can
oh
do
yeah,
it.
the user interface, especially
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the new.
But yeah,
You
you're
made a
4.0
really
stuff.
good point with your Raspberry Pi thing. Someone that knows how to program a Control 4 back end, they probably are just doing it themselves with their Raspberry Pi and doing all their own APIs and control software without.
Oh yeah, save a
because
bunch
you
of
can
money.
totally do that. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Plex versus Kaleidoscape. If you know how to do all this stuff, you already are doing something else, so you don't need to.
It's true. Yeah, it's
know.
not ideal. It's not as ideal for people who like to tinker. Yeah, it is a problem.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
Yeah,
not-
no, I mean, if I want to, throw in let's say I go buy that new mini DSP processor. If I want to throw that in, you know what I mean? I don't want to wait. When the thing comes to the house, I want to install it. Just like
want to go there and do it,
just
right?
like with you with your Roadcaster. You know what I mean? You could.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait on an integrator to do that,
Yeah,
to
I
do
gotta
everything.
call
We
it.
won't wait
Call
for an
Abe,
integrator, but
man.
they'll wait 8 months for a piece of drywall.
Yeah.
Don't wait for an integrator. I like that one, Paul.
That's good. I
You
get
know,
it. Use that.
That's not even fair, man.
That
that's
was
funny.
not good, and it wasn't 8 months.
Yeah, that's
You're
so
right.
Yeah,
bad.
but they had a question though about changes and whatnot. And once the system's set up, it is super easy. Like, say my client calls me and I want to change the turn on volume level or something of a certain source.
Mhm.
I can hop on and in 3 minutes and do that and remotely transfer it to them. So I mean,
Yeah.
it takes like no time versus what you're talking about waiting. That's another reason why. I always want to be in charge of any network on any project that I'm doing
Yeah.
because, I want to know that's the backbone for, everything nowadays. So it's like, I want to make sure I can get into the system and I want to make sure I can see what's going on. I want to make sure I can update it or make changes
Yeah.
because,
Well,
once
I
I have
think
to
the
drive
example-
out somewhere.
Example, a client, Mr. Long had one of his APD 120s go bad. I think maybe the electrician didn't install it right. Lights were flickering. So I just mailed him a new APD 120 dimmer switch. And he had the electrician go over there, pop out that one, put in the new one. Or I think he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just called me up and I was on the phone with him. I said, okay, and I hit the button 4 times, and then I had it logged on and then I just reattached that to the scenes he had. And within, 4 or 5 minutes, he was good to go again.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's even like a case of where you have to get the homeowner involved. Normally, most things you don't.
You
don't
can
have
do
to get
remotely. Yeah.
involved. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
Pretty cool.
Mr. Long, what's going on with that special invitation?
Yeah, we're getting ready for that. And I think, he's still base hungry. And so
I told you what to do.
Well, so here's what we're
Is that
doing.
what happened?
Yeah, we're replacing the SSW2s with two SSW1s up front, and we're going to take the two SSW2s and put them in the back and recess them into the sidewalls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I got to. The only thing I told him I had to check is I got to check if we have to raise the screen or not, or if they're going to fit right underneath that screen or not. So I was like, and I told him, I said, I think that should do it. Because he's just like, I mean, there's plenty of bass in that
If
room.
not, then he's just gonna have to go like
So, so I was like,
driver
"Give it."
in each
So-
seat.
and he's like, okay, let's do it. So
Look, man, you don't buy two Mariana 18s if you don't like bass.
yeah, that's true.
well, I told him we could try that. He said, no, I want to keep it all synthesis because we want to keep it all synthesis. So we decided we're going to keep, so we're just going to just upgrade the two SSW1s up front and then put the two existing SSW he has now in the back and recess them in the wall. And he's like, and I said, well, that should be way more than enough. So yeah, so we're going to go back there and do some surgical upgrades to that theater.
Ah,
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, I would like to get you guys out there to see it before we go into that, at least see it right now. Cause I don't know how long it's going to be before I get that done.
Make sure he stocks that bar.
Yeah.
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 We need
Bro,
bass.
but
and
We had
bar.
our first little snafu with the big massive LED wall. So he's got, just to fill Brian, he's got a Barco NT 1.2 video wall
Okay.
in the game room. Mr. Long, I'll send you some pictures about that thing. It's pretty amazing.
He's been on the show a couple times too, so you can watch through the show also.
Okay.
Yeah. So he has a big, massive Barco NT 1.2 LED video wall in his game room, which is right outside the theater. And this was an amazing first time video wall I ever did. It was like $80,000 for just this video wall.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a Pixel. He had a little module. Gotta go bad.
Mm-hmm.
And and I was talking to I had never changed one out before, and then talking to the guys at Barco, like, oh, it's simple, man. Just they leave you this little vacuum cleaner suction piece thing. Says you just put it up to it, press the button, and it sucks it right off, and then just take the new one on, put it on the vacuum cleaner, just pop it right in and release. I was like, oh shit. And I'm thinking, so I talked to Mr. Long, I was telling him, says, and he's like, I can do that. I'm like, so you want to tackle this? He says, yeah, I want to. It's like, he did. He took the vacuum cleaner, went to the bad panel. We turned it off and do sequencing things, but he popped it right off, and he put the new panel and popped it right on.
Wow.
And then it takes like 10 hours for it to recalibrate and and then for it to also, because it has to acclimate. The temperature of all these panels have to acclimate. So after about 10 hours, we had to wait, and it was perfect. So I was like, oh. I said, for being our first snafu, that was not bad. It was pretty easy to do. So we were pretty impressed with that.
So
we
they
were
just
worried.
send you,
Like, how the hell
they
did they do
send you a single panel just to replace that.
Well, usually they give you a bunch
So
of
you-
extra panels, right?
Yeah, so because they have to make LED panels in batches, so there's 120 modules that make up this video wall, and they give you 16 extras that were made in the same batch. So these are your backups. So one was defective during installation, but they're all numbered. So we had to, and then that gets sent off for repair, and then this one that was bad that we take up, then we're sending that to repair, so we can replace his backups. So he always has 16. So right now he has 14 originals and 2 backups.
How big are each panel?
Hmm?
How big are each panel?
Like
on
6
that?
by 6, like
Okay.
6 inches by 6 inches, and you have like 120 of them that make up the picture. I don't have any pictures I can find, but I'll send them to you, show you. It's pretty amazing, and and then when they fit in, they're seamless. When they go up, you have to really get up on and see where the 2 panels are put together. But it's pretty amazing,
And then
and the picture is just phenomenal. I mean, it's insane. I mean, we were 10 feet in front of this wall, and it was just like, it's incredible.
that's cool. And that's right next to the theater where you're talking about with the synthesis.
Yeah. So right outside the theater is his like little game room. That's where he watched. And then we did a multiplex. So we have 6 different. We did an AV Pro Edge multi-tiler.
Love
So we have
AV Pro
6
stuff.
different images.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some construction photos from that job. Is the finished ones in there?
I don't know if I have the finished ones.
So it looks like a
my-
speaker rough-in bracket.
Yeah,
it's-
that was
the video wall was up here.
Yeah, let me see if I got.
You can share.
Well, let me go to it. 3 squared.
Oh yeah, we could go to the website, right? It's on the website.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I don't think the TV is.
Yeah, we can't wait to have a home theater hub stream
me
from
see.
that. Man.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh,
We're gonna have enough bass in the bar, man.
yeah, let me share my
Paul.
screen.
What's the video display in the theater, or the projector, or
Yeah, it's a Barco Bragi CinemaScope.
Rocky.
Yeah,
nice.
you see what's
So this was that other Art Deco that Abe did.
yeah, that's the big one.
There's the
Yeah.
Mr. Long's theater.
Cool.
Got some pictures. Oh,
it's the Art Deco. Do they have the video wall in here or
I'm
no?
trying to find the video.
Nope, nothing on the video wall.
Yeah, because it was recently added. It was. I mean, this pictures predate that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure Abe has it somewhere.
I'm looking.
You can
It's-
pull
well,
up-
Sound like
pull
me.
up
You got to
the
put a bunch of
last
pictures
video
on your
we did,
website.
right?
What was that?
So we could pull up the last video we did when we had Mr. Long on the show.
Yeah, the problem is that we got to figure out what episode it is because we never update thumbnails. So it's like I was going through them today. Somebody asked me for
Speak for
what
yourself,
episode
man.
was this one, and I had to figure it out. Had to
Oh, I know what I
click
can
on
do.
all
Get
the
that.
episodes.
I can go to iCloud.
Yeah, and that's because we don't want to put PII, right? Information, maybe names and things like that to the videos, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find it.
yeah. Because what date were you out there, Abe? Do
I
you
want to say
remember?
it's
Before Thanksgiving, right?
yeah, I want to say go like September, August area.
I'll find it.
So while you're trying to find that, Mike, you want to show us a little update of what you got? I think you're on mute, sir.
You want to show us your new toys?
You're on mute, I think.
Or his mic's very low.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh, there you go. Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yeah.
there we go.
All right. Yeah, something went out on my microphone there.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
let me
wakey,
hop on
wakey,
my-
Mike.
On my tablet here.
Now you got to turn your mic off. No,
Mhm.
just got it working so he could turn it off. Oh man. Oh, we see you.
Yeah, now you got to unmute this one.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Nice PC.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a Alienware. Yeah. Whoop. Guess I got
Scottio says the same thing. Sweet PC case.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me try to switch the mirroring off this camera here. Sorry. There we go. There we go. All right. So yeah, I'm got a little rack here. So I was getting some I guess a noise I don't know from my center channel tweeter.
Mhm.
And I was just trying to troubleshoot it, and I don't know. I think the tweeter may end up being blown potentially. And
Was
maybe
it a hum?
It's almost like a vibration during like high frequency like pitches, and
Okay.
I've tried to do some research, and I'm like, oh, the humidity, I don't know, could maybe affect it, or is it a blown tweeter, or is maybe my receiver underpowering it, and it's trying to draw too much power, but I really kind of having a hard time narrowing it down. So, of course, my fun solution was like, well, maybe it's not getting enough power, so let me let me add an amplifier for it.
Yep, there you go.
So yeah, I went out and got a little Emotiva XPA3
Okay.
Gen 3
Nice.
3-channel receiver for my LCR.
Dang.
Nice.
There you
So
go.
that's 400. What speakers do you run again?
I have Klipsch's.
They're
like
they're 4 ohm or 8 ohm.
8 ohm, I
Yeah,
believe.
like 8 ohms, right?
Yeah, so that's like what, like 300 watts per channel for that.
275.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, 504C for the center, and then the 8,000 Fs for the left and right. So I've got I'm going to end up removing the shelves, but I got the shelves up here, and I got one in the back, but I already got ordered the AC Infinity
Yeah.
1U intake for down below.
Okay.
And then above it, I'm going to have a 1U exhaust.
I will tell you that you won't need it.
Really? Wow.
You will
Okay.
not. I have. You saw my rack. Every one of those amps are Emotivas,
Okay. I thought those
And-
back of them looked familiar.
and they run as cool as a baby's bottom in a snowstorm.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, they're good amps.
And they're AB too, aren't they? Like
Correct.
AB, and they still run cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they do not heat up and mine's in a closet. So and it doesn't heat up the
Okay.
closet, doesn't do anything. So you should not need those AC Infinity, especially if you're going to
Okay.
leave it open like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I may have spent too much money then, because I got
Yeah,
I
just save that money and spend it on a train of
Yeah.
There
unfortunately
you
I've
go.
already got them ordered. But
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so-
Keep them.
the exhaust, yeah. And I got eventually, I guess once I save up more money, I'm gonna get the 10 channel. I'm gonna do a custom 10 channel 5 stereo
Okay.
amplifiers for my 10 surrounds and Atmos or height speakers. I'm gonna put that above the 1U. It'll be
Mhm.
a 4U there. Then I've already got the fan, the other exhaust fan above it, and then in the very top I've got a Panamax MR 4300 power conditioner to go at the very top though. So
What are you plugging the? You're not plugging the amps into that power conditioner, are you?
I was gonna plan on it. Is that not a good idea?
Well, there's ports on the back of power conditioners, and some of them are not designed for high current. Most of them
Gotcha.
are.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but it should tell
Most
you.
of them don't. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to keep your
Most
amps
of
on.
It should tell you if that.
There are some on the back of some of the Panamaxes that are basically direct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they would surge suppress, and they don't do any of the conditioning.
Right. You don't want any condition on your amps.
Not
Gotcha.
high power stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just let the amps go. Just
Yeah.
run raw, man. Just let
One thing I love
Yeah.
about Macintosh, they have all their conditioning, everything built into their
in
amp.
it,
They
yep.
say do not plug it in anything, plug it straight into the outlet.
Emotiva will tell you not to plug it into any conditioner either.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I've talked to them about it.
Yeah.
Because they've
Okay.
got it built into their equipment.
Yeah.
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 Just about
So
every
that's
high end.
probably a class. I mean, that's probably got the slow power switching. That's the only way it's going to stay super cool. So you definitely wouldn't want to condition it because it's trying to keep voltage at a certain level, and it's sitting there switching, whenever it's using like B power or A, it's going from whatever voltage down to a lower voltage rail. That's how they stay so cool.
Okay. So gosh, I mean, there's only 2 plugs behind that I have back there in the wall for the wall outlet. I mean, I've got so many other, I've got the TV and the Blu-ray player and some other stuff. My
Animax has power suppressor or
Yeah,
protections that
let me
match.
see. Let
that
me see if I can go back to a picture of this.
And like I said, some of them do have outlets on the back of them that are straight through. You know what I
Here
mean?
you go. I'm going to show you this picture of what to get. Okay.
Okay.
Let me go
Except
here.
you leave in Florida, Big Jack, because
When you're done doing this, when we're done doing this, I'll
Texas.
show you what you need to get.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Florida and Texas, man, we got unreliable.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So you were what? So what did you go with for the separate though? So are you still using the same
So-
AVR?
Yeah, so I'm ended up running these wires. I got this in my room because I don't really have any room out in my living room. But yeah, I still have the Denon X8500 H down there.
Okay. So you're just going to use the pre-outs for that?
Yeah, it's got the
Okay.
pre-outs, full pre-outs on it. So
Very
Look
good.
at these three little guys on the right there.
Got the light escapes.
yeah, that's my new 24 terabytes there, and the 12 terabytes below, and then the Strato C players up there above it.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
and the old
It's like some clip subs there too. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah, those are the RP 1400 SWs, and then the 8000 Fs there.
Mike did a good job. You live in an apartment, right, Mike?
Yeah, I do. Let me
Yeah,
go.
you did it. He did a
You
killer
kicked
job.
your neighbors out upstairs.
Yeah,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah. I can imagine what the neighbors
And
do.
then you got the
Yeah,
movie
he
posters
made
there.
it. He made it look like they left of their own free will. You kicked them out.
yeah.
Hey man, I want to watch a movie. Get out.
They got tired of getting bounced off their couch.
Yeah, no kidding.
Got the 1600 SW back over here beside the couch.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
all your poster walls, I forgot. Are those TVs or are those backlit?
These are backlit from I think it's Glowbox, based out of Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
Glowbox movie poster frames. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
they
those are
look-
actual posters in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they look like TVs, man. Like
Yeah,
man, I'm like,
The
these-
double-sided posters. Yeah,
yeah.
they're pretty crisp.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And the 6 height channels, 7, 3, 6 setup.
Dang.
Wow.
So yeah, that's
you're,
obviously
you're gonna use about
Like
2
An apartment,
watts
that's all.
a channel out of that whole setup. But hey,
yeah. So having
might
that
as well.
Yeah, you could
know?
fill up a lot of lot of holes in that drywall if you can get your deposit back though.
yeah, I've been here since 2016. So, or I'm
okay.
sorry, 2012 or 13. So yeah, it's been about 13 years. So,
Dang.
Hmm.
but yeah, I was thinking that the 8500, powering all 13 channels was quite a bit,
Yeah.
quite a bit of strain on it. I wonder if
You
Maybe
might have been able to go with the base X models a little bit cheaper, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
yeah, because I know
you'll be
Miss
happy,
Howie
you'll
lets you
enjoy
Yeah,
say,
no,
like,
you-
yeah.
Hey, you
But-
know, you'll definitely hear a difference for sure in the
What size
So-
is that screen we're looking at?
This is a 27-inch touch screen, so you could touch it. I've got all my hockey scores and stuff on here.
Oh,
You
nice.
can go through and you can look and divide it up by like conference for the hockey, and it'll separate it up by conference here and like East and West, and
What
it'll have
screen is that? That is a
Ye-
touch screen.
What
isn't it?
screen is that? Man?
Yeah.
I could
It's-
use one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
it's a ELO
Yeah.
27-inch touchscreen, 1080p.
ELO.
And you have it hooked to what? To a little computer or
It's a DAC board, is the name of the company. Kedrick had it on his. He had
Oh
a,
yeah,
okay. So
Kendrick
they-
Foster,
This
right?
is
Yeah.
it's sold as like an all-in-one kit.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
And then you go to their interface online, and you could or their website online, and you could design your own screen. Actually, if you hold on one sec, I could actually switch. I've got it couple designs.
I just looked at the 32 inch screen and my head hurt.
Sorry.
Much.
So yeah, you could change.
It's like 1,500.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
7
that
inches,
screen
like
was-
$700.
Yeah, it was like
Oh my
$800 for the screen.
Oof. I got
Um,
migraines. I need Tylenol.
I,
and then
I
a
think I would
second
just go. I
screen
think I would just turn on that Alienware computer that you got and look at that screen there.
Yeah.
So here's like another setup that I have on here. And it'll take a minute to load up here, but they're preset. You just go on their website.
If you like, you should get one of those. You know those scrolling bars that home theater, not home
They
theater.
can
Gaming.
scroll.
What's his name?
Pretty cool.
The guy in Canada has. The guy with the beautiful basement.
Oh,
Game room theater.
yeah.
You know, he
Okay.
has those slide scrollers where they give you like the scores and everything.
Yeah, the ticker.
Yeah.
The tickers or whatever, man.
Mm.
Those things are really nice. Man.
This
Especially
is
for
from
sports.
365 scores, but some of the scores don't update properly. And I emailed them about it, and like they're like, oh, we'll look into it, but they still haven't fixed it yet. Some of the scores are accurate, and some of them aren't. So these are all like live scores, and it'll have. I guess these are like second intermission. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see there, but and it has the live
No, we
scores.
see it.
And then these are all scores that have gone final. See, like that game, there's no way the final can be 0-0, right? It'll go to a overtime.
Yeah,
and,
for
you
sure.
know, same with like the Hurricanes game. They won tonight 5-4. It says 0-0. So,
Mhm.
and I don't know, there's no other site that uses, what do they call it? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on what those are called. Widgets that has like widgets that I could assign in here. So,
Oh, gotcha.
but yeah, then you got the
I don't know,
standings.
but I want a Corona for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Hey,
Corona neon and my
Subliminal
screen.
messaging.
32
Yeah.
inch.
I bet you the maintenance men love you. They're like, okay, he's gone. Let's go to his house.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
I think they've
You
come
walk
in here
in
and
like,
turned
is
my
this
cell
thing been
phone down.
on? Why is it hot?
Let's go change his light bulbs.
Yeah,
we
no
just
kidding.
changed last week.
Did you have Xboxes mounted on the back of your bar there, or what was that?
And what was that mounted on the bar on the wall of the bar on the outside? On the
Yeah,
other
it
side?
looked like you had a
The
Xbox
other side
Over
of the bar
On the
wall, you
bottom.
messed up.
on the other side.
Other
Oh,
side, yeah, of the
standing.
bar wall.
These
At the
were,
bottom, underneath the ledge. What is
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, those are.
Oh, okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
plaques. Okay,
Yeah, these
Oh,
are
wow.
plaques. My dad built the frames for me for these.
that's cool.
That-
Yeah,
I
I
got
was
the
like,
Xbox
does he just have an
mounted
Xbox mounted to his?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't
what
know
in the
that was
world?
either. Like,
Yeah.
well,
then
look, this is a
mounted
creative
these,
way
like,
to
few lights
decorate a
behind 'em.
department.
To light them up.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah.
So
That's funny.
See,
Yeah,
you should have invited your neighbors instead of kicked them
See
out.
that would I would so do the same damn thing here. I'd probably have like
I'd have given
know,
them a spare key too. Like,
scaffolding
instead of
with
kicking them
black
out.
with black curtains everywhere and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So
Heck yeah.
You should be like State Farm, man, like a good neighbor, man.
yeah. I try to keep it down after 10, but
well, if you said nobody's around, it doesn't matter anymore.
yeah.
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 I mean, I do live in Carolina, by the way.
Yeah, you're Asheville, not too far from me. So yeah, I don't know if you're guys are Hurricanes fans out there, but definitely a huge one here.
Nice.
I'm only like 2 miles from the arena.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, that's
It's like fun.
Yeah,
it's like a
that's-
fun.
and Emotiva is not too far from you guys, right? They're right in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah. Yeah.
They do factory tours.
So
But yeah. So thanks for letting me share.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
That
that.
was
Yeah, I
kind
love
of
it.
interesting. I'd never seen that much in one apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
that's pretty awesome.
maxed out the space for sure. That's why I had
That's
to
cool, man. That's
expand into the bedroom. For
Hey,
the-
Yeah,
this
he
proves
ran
that
out of
stuff.
room. He's
You know,
using the other
home
room.
theater is what you make it and where you
Make
make
it-
it, and just
Yeah.
as
But
long as
with
you have
the
fun.
price of the Kaleidoscapes now, he could sell those and buy a house.
Yeah.
well, because hey, I mean, that could be your next move, man.
I'm gonna hop off this one here.
I would sure be in the same driver's seat as you though. If it came down to it, I'd find a way to, you know, put an Atmos system or
I had
something.
I
in there.
had surrounds that I used, just like you were saying, scaffolding. I did. I used metal conduit, and I
Like, where we at?
pieced together that with crossbars and stuff
All
with
right.
T's, and had the speakers mounted.
Nice.
So
Well,
that was
that's
back.
cool, man.
There's no
Thanks
way I
for
could have
showing that.
afforded
That was awesome.
scaffolding back then. But hey,
Well, I
junk.
found those pictures if y'all want to see them.
So I wanted to show 1 second real quick. I wanted to show him this Watt box.
I need a white box. Somebody needs to hook me up. With
Yes,
one.
please.
Since you can buy
Actually,
this
you
on
know
the
what's-
market.
You
That's
see this
it.
up top here? Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's just the plug portion of it. And you can
Okay.
remote into this. So if
Yep.
you
Oh,
need to
wow.
reset your Apple TV, because I know my Apple TV, I got to reset my Apple TV upstairs like every couple weeks.
Mhm.
If you know, for some
And that's
reason,
just a regular surge protector. I mean, that's just,
that's just a surge
Yeah.
protector
Yeah.
that you can
that you can control. Yep.
control. Yep.
And
for
got a
those
couple of
are,
those sitting in my
they
garage.
come in 20, I think even 30 amps and 50 amps, but those are expensive.
No, well,
And
not the
I
watt
like
box.
the way that they turn
not
the,
the watt
they
box.
Yeah, I think there's
they-
just all those are 15 amps.
No, they
No,
have
no,
they have
15.
20 amp ones now too.
In that
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
form
say, I
factor?
thought they had higher amp ones, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
20 is as high as they go on the
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
okay.
That's a new one. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Well,
you need. So
you
both
guys-
of these guys are Snap AV dealers. So
yeah.
you would reach out to one of these guys. I forgot what something like that costs, but
Have you
that's
guys
not
use Unify or Ubiquity? They have like power control things now too. Didn't
Yeah,
know
and
if you
also
guys-
Panama, Mid Atlantic PDX 920R. Excellent. That's what I hook my amps to. They're just
Mhm.
power management, but no
Yeah.
line conditioning. Very robust, very good build quality.
And then I don't know if you guys use UPSs for anything at all. Of course, network stuff, but there's a company called Extreme Power Conversion that makes really cool like lithium ion UPSs. They have like 7 to 10 year
I heard
battery
about
life.
those. Have you got to look at those? I have been thinking about those.
Put them,
I'm
put 'em
still
in
using
by
Wattbox for it.
projects. Mhm.
And you're going to using those?
Well, I don't like to hook them up on anything. It's not just pretty much network related stuff.
Yeah,
Like
for
I'll call it-
network, yeah.
yeah, mission critical stuff. So I'll still use the Watt box, in the system, but I'll have that UPS on my my router and my
Gotcha.
modem and
Right.
network switches and that kind of thing.
all the low power, 5-watt devices or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to
Anything
hook up amplifiers on a UPS.
non-amplifier.
Yeah. No.
You don't want to do that.
Well, it'll last for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But also too, even though, here's a big misconception. This is to help some people out there with, when you look at surge protectors, you're still only limited to, it's a 15 amp circuit, 120 volts. You're still limited to 1800 of, watts of
yeah,
power,
Yeah.
so, minus 60%,
Mhm.
take 20%, whatever was it? 15.
Yeah. It's like 1960 watts on a 20 amp circuit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, on a 15 amp circuit, there's 1800 watts.
Got it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but you're only supposed to use about like 80% of that. So
Yeah.
like 14. You want to keep it around 1400 watts. But so you also have to add that up for the surge protector too. So when you get one of those surge protectors, you don't want to exceed 1400 watts on that surge protector going into that one
Yeah.
outlet. So
Well, and I'll
just
tell
because
you
you buy
what,
a bunch of outlets, you don't want to exceed that.
one thing too, and I'd say 95% of people don't realize this, but when you get a surge into your system, almost always it's coming through your coaxial cable from the
Yep,
outside of the
cable
house because
box,
it
yep.
wasn't properly grounded,
Yep.
or it's coming through the HDMI.
Mhm.
Because you're not going to have an amplifier get destroyed from a surge, unless it's some really crazy grounding thing that the electrician didn't do right in your house. It's always going to be a smaller piece of equipment, but then even when you plug all those things in, it's like, oh, it came in from the cable box.
Yeah.
We've had Yeah, I mean, it's always the little thing you don't think about. You're like, I have everything plugged into my surge protector and everything else, and it's like, oh, the cable guy, didn't connect the ground
They
cable
never
outside.
bonded. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to do outside installations, and yeah, no one ever bonded ever.
So here's that Barco wall.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
wow.
I just put a shared.
Oh, you really can't tell. I don't see any seams.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
What's the pixel pitch on those things?
It's a 1.2.
Nice.
Yeah. We couldn't spring for the 0.9. The 0.9 was 150,000. The 1.2 was 80,000.
That's still ridiculous. I mean, you can, like you said, from 10 feet away, you can't. There's no way you can tell.
It was great.
Yeah.
And-
So that's 2K, right? Basically.
Yeah, but you never know it's not
Right.
4K. I mean, it's so. And I'll show you. I got some pictures of you. I'll show you the build,
let's
the
show
behind what's behind those LED panels, so you can see. Is it? Did it show up? I have share.
Let's see. Add to stage. Here we go, and then
Okay.
we'll go
Oh, wow.
with this.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so that's kind of it right there, and then
Wow.
that's us during testing.
What do you need to feed that from a circuit standpoint?
That's 3 dedicated 20 amp circuits
Okay.
to feed that wall. Kind of on power hungry. So that's the wall before you put the 120 modules on the case. So there's all these cases get interlocked together, and they have to be perfectly level and plumb.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just engineering that wall was, and to also handle all this weight was pretty amazing.
Mm.
And this is David Bledo. He's from Barco. So Barco comes out and actually installs this when they do it. And you can see him here putting the.
Man, I miss my old
get that.
CRT,
Amazing.
man. I thought those were complicated, man.
Yeah. Let me see if I have a picture of them putting the LED screens on. No, I don't have a picture of them going on. That's just showing it. Now, the flickers you see in the video are from my camera, not from the
Yeah.
TV.
From the
Yeah,
exposure.
We have racks on both sides too there.
Yeah, one rack is for the theater in the back, and the other rack's for the game room in where we're at right now.
Yeah. This is.
That's
I can't wait to get out there and see this.
Yeah, see, when you see it up close, it's insane. Like when we're just sitting in that couch where it was right there, and you're just mesmerized by the
Yeah.
picture quality of it. I was like,
Jeez.
Yeah, you just can't get that brightness
That's
out of a
ridiculous.
projector.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Well, maybe if you
Yeah.
go with the Epson or the Griffin.
yeah. And then we've got a multi-tiler over here in this rack, and it right here, so he can do. Right now, he's set up to do 4 tiles, but we're going to eventually have 6. So you can have 6 games on at once, or you can do different versions of different tile configurations if you want.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Everyone gets their own full control view of the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And doing gaming on here is awesome, man. We played, like you see here, he's got his up here at the top of the rack. There's a Xbox and a PlayStation and all kind of stuff. Let me see. So
Wow.
we'll show So this is the theater. Can you see the theater picture? Let's see.
No, not yet. You're
Oh,
stuck
yeah.
on
I guess I
the,
got to stop share again and then share again. Okay, it should show up
We're
now.
still here live.
Wow.
There we go.
There. Okay. So that's the theater. And you talk about LED, Brian. I went LED crazy in this. So we have like 16 different zones of LED lighting in this room. I mean, all the
Those
backlit around.
acoustic panels?
Yeah, these are fabric wrap framed acoustic
Okay.
panels. There's speakers behind them, and there's the acoustic
Oh.
panels around it.
Oh, cool. Wow,
That is
that's
cool.
amazing. I like that. Like multi-purpose acoustic and,
Yeah. So this is
They light up around the
edge
edge.
lit 3-form acrylic, and
okay.
this is backlit.
And he's a
acrylic
horror
inserts.
fan too.
Yeah.
And then the projector is up here
beautiful.
behind the Barco projector is behind that projector enclosure there. The portcullis.
Nice.
That's what I need to do so I could get some better acoustics.
And then of course the fiber
in my
optic ceiling.
space.
Do you have any sort of thermal management in that enclosure for the
Yeah,
projector?
I've got a Mid-Atlantic Duct Cool TP2, which is a 235 CFM.
Yeah,
It's got a
use those
thermistor
several
right on the
times.
back of it, and it's remotely located, so you don't even hear it.
Yep, those things are great. You hook up the ductwork to it, and
Mhm. So
Yeah.
what we did, this is it in
Cool.
red, so you can change all the colors to every single LED section. You can change the colors to anything you want.
that's sharp.
Yeah, so
That's
what
so
we
cool.
did, zooming in here, we have intakes way over here and way over here that take room temperature across the soffit like a plenum, and then up into the exhaust vent that's above into this area. Another 6 inches higher in the room, into the ceiling.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a killer theater for sure.
Yeah, I just love that. This here of that none.
Yeah, that one looks like it's like metal, like someone's there.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite one.
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. It's like
That lady was pretty creepy too. I saw that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So Michael Scottio says the Ubiquity USP PU Pro is $279 with 16 outlets.
Okay.
So this is the one I was going to. So here's the SSW2. So what I got to check is I got to see if the SSW1s will fit below this screen.
Mm.
I ain't got much room to raise it much higher.
No,
Yeah, you
So I
look
don't
like
know what I'm gonna
you're
do.
up.
I'm telling you, just
Man, that's what a Dremel's for. Just cut the top of that sucker right.
shove those Marianas in there and you'll be good.
Well, we could put the two Marianas here in the front. So what we would do is could take these and then put them in the sidewall, like they're like this area, but in the back.
3/4.
Because remember, this is above a garage, so you have access to the walls on both sides of these.
Yeah.
So we're going to put those in the back and then put the SSW in the front. I don't know yet.
Those are those Marianas, those are two
218s. Yeah.
218s that are
piece.
what is that? SI? Stereo integrity.
Okay.
18s carbon
Yeah.
fiber.
Yeah. So this bottom section here is where we'd want to put. We're going to put those SSW2s here. Like take this panel off, and then create a niche, and then push it in there and put that panel back on.
Nice.
What do you use for phasing and time alignment and everything? Just do you using the like DRAC or ARC?
So
or-
this is a JBL synthesis. So this is a SDP75 processor. So which is essentially a Trenoff processor. So we're using what's it called? Room contraction, or what's it called?
Art
Trenoff's.
waveforming.
Yeah, actually, this is an interesting test case. So we've got SSW4s in the back, SSW2s in the fronts. But when we did the waveforming, these rear subs, because they weren't matched with the front, were running a little hot. So we actually turned off baseforming and went back to sound field management, just let JBL's traditional bass management, and it sounded way better. So there was cases where like bass waveforming is not ideal. And this was one case where the bass wave was not as ideal as your traditional sound field management. But it sounded great. So JBL came and calibrated this. Daniel Jones, who's the head of the synthesis division of JBL, came and calibrated this, and he did a fantastic job.
So my question is, so he's asking for more bass, right? So
Yeah.
what is he looking for? More tactile bass, more punch, more what do you know?
He wants more, and I'm thinking maybe we put some in. We put some in this platform here. I thought about doing some near field, like
I mean, I can almost guarantee you that you probably don't have the gain turned up on these JBLs. Probably what a quarter of the way.
Yeah, I talked to Dave. I was like, next time I meet him, we're going to try to go out there and see if we can't push those, because I'm sure we're not pushing those subs as hard as we probably could. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it sounds fun.
pretty badass subs.
Yeah, four 18s in that size room. That's a lot of bass.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have to figure that out. Okay. I think I saw. There we go.
Well, look.
Sorry, Brian. I wanted to.
No, I love it. I mean,
Yeah,
look at
it
that
looks
stuff
good.
on
It's
it.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and that one was like, so you mentioned about LEDs, and that one, when I went LED crazy on that, because I really wanted to push the limits on,
Yeah.
so we got some, and it's all Aspire LED.
Mm-hmm,
It's all their controllers and everything, and it was pretty fun work. And that's where Chow Mein came in. Thing they built some really good drivers for the Aspire controllers. For
Is
the
that I wonder how they control like Dolly or DMX or.
Yeah, it's DMX. It's all DMX, but they have their own little A-bus controller, and they have a nice driver for it. So just building that and control for it, it was a little complicated, but once we got it done, it was so nice.
Yeah, one of our reps is a Aspire rep, and it seems like some pretty cool stuff.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I definitely highly recommend that as far as just very well built, well thought out lighting, especially
What's
in their LED.
what's the fail ratio on those lights that you use?
I don't know, but knock on wood, they never do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
LED is pretty bulletproof.
Yeah, these are some really well built LED tape lights. I don't know. They're comparable with like Prolux. Now Prolux, I do like Prolux too. They do some good stuff. In DMX,
Just
DMX.
wondering how, like, because obviously, a lot of our audience is DIYers, and we do have some people obviously that get their theaters built, completely out by integrators and stuff. But how, if you were to compare that to like a Govee light or a Philips Hue light or something like that.
The Govies, you're restricted in a lot of ways, and you got to kind of work within what they have it set up. The Aspire is definitely way more customizable.
Yeah, you can only add so many devices with like a Govee setup, and I mean,
but,
I've already maxed it out in my room.
Yeah.
As far as like controlling certain, scenes and whatnot. So,
but Aspire, I will say, costs I think less than say Prolux. So so there is some advantages there. So it does take an investment time to learn it, but I think a DIYer, if they put enough effort into it, it's still a great choice.
Okay.
Yeah, the Prolux are good. We saw them at CDR, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Prolux, Aspire, those are good. They're kind of like in the middle price wise. Then you have like the Lutron and Control 4 that are insane. Like Lutron Lumaris for a 14-foot piece of tape is like $700.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't think I like lights that much.
No, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's for people that are like super worried about CRI and all the like a high-end retailer or something is the only person that's going to want to do that.
Well, I just don't like the flicker of the cheaper lights. I find some of these cheaper lights, they start to flicker and it starts to get fatiguing, over time, leaving them on too much. So the more robust lights like Aspire and Prolux, you don't have that issue.
Yeah, it's hard to get the cheapy ones too to match if you've got, say 6 strands of it or whatever to get the same color out of all of them.
Yeah, that's the question. If you buy this one now and then you want to add on later on, are your colors going to be off and stuff like that? So that's where quality definitely comes in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
So, well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show. But Brian, tell us, are you just in the Asheville area? What's your territory? I mean, do you tell us about where?
Pretty much anywhere in Western Carolina, and every once in a while we'll get clients that have a place in Sanibel Island or something, so we'll bounce around. But for the most part, yeah, honestly, there's so much going on here in Western North Carolina, and we kind of between Lake Lure and Cashers and all the develops around here, it's a good place to be an integrator. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And he's one of the great ones in that area. So definitely check him out because he's definitely a pleasure to work with. So you won't be disappointed.
So let me pull the website back up here again. So you can contact them on the website, or you can reach out to Brian K at AshevilleAV.com. or you can send him an email and check that you're a human so he knows that you're alive.
And I promise to actually update the website at some point in time.
Yeah, I've been saying that for 15 years.
So yeah, so if you're in there, how far out will you expand? You know, if somebody wants to reach out to you.
I mean, we try to stay within like 2 hours, which is kind of like the Lake Lower area and Cashers and stuff, and a lot of stuff up there.
Very good, very good. So if you're in that area, make sure that you reach out to Brian for sure, and then Ike, not Ike, excuse me, Abe's like, you got food, I will travel. So Abe's all over the place, right?
So where I need to go, man.
I will also travel for food. man.
So if you guys are interested in somewhere outside of the Asheville area, reach out to Abe for sure on 3D Squared. All his contact information's on there too. Brian, do you have any other socials or anything like that?
Instagram, Facebook, same thing. Just look up Asheville AV. I'm about as bad on that as I am on my website though. So
very good, very good. Abe, any extra socials? That's your age. Any other socials for you, Abe?
Yeah, I don't know if Glig keeps them up though, but yeah, check out. I think we have a Facebook for 3D Squared and an Instagram page for 3D Squared. So definitely check out that. I honestly I have not looked in a while.
Don't forget about
our website is our primary one, definitely.
I said don't forget about your personal Bumble account too.
Yeah, my MySpace account.
He's on Tinder. No, guys, look. Mike, thanks for joining us again, man. Appreciate you for joining us. Brian, first time. You're always welcome. You guys got the link. We really try to run this like a Zoom call. So if you want to pop in, pop out, just if you happen to catch the show and want to add something, or you just want to, chime about a movie that you may have watched, you guys have the link. So you're more than welcome to join us anytime that you want. So awesome. Thank you guys again for joining us. We went a little bit extra. The chat stayed pretty active. So thank all of you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next Thursday.
And do all that fun YouTube stuff. Like, share,
yeah, absolutely.
subscribe.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So if you would like to be a guest on the show,
order a home theater, whatever.
Not like that part.
If you would like to be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email at hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. We would love to have you, whether you have a sound bar or, a 5.1 system, 3.1, whatever it is, whatever you like. If you enjoy it, we will definitely enjoy it too. So, and then also, as Ike said, do all that great YouTube stuff. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and then show these guys, Abe and Brian, some support for their area, for the areas that they're in. So reach out to them if you have any home theater needs. Once again, Michael, thank you again so much for joining us. Paul, Ike,
we're in the green room.
We're in the green. We're going to go to the green room.
Yeah.
So you guys,
the show.
Brian and Mike and Abe, you guys are welcome to hang out for just a little bit more.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.